So I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed to get it all out. What's in my head? And I feel a little peculiar.
Welcome to the show, and what a complete load of shit we've got for you tonight.
I used to laugh at the idea of a woman prime minister.
John, you can ask me questions if you give me notice.
There's no time necessarily for manners.
Doesn't give my opponents much time to run.
I'm responsible for introducing the concept of MMP by accident.
They hate us. You know, they hate the system.
I used to call the old culture the concrete playground.
Poets in this country have always been the smart ones.
I've been performing since I was born.
I can smell the uranium on it as you lean closer.
No mai hara mai te whānau ki Aotearoa I tēnei pō, ko Magenta tōku ingoa.
I was almost not ready for that one. Ko Poppy no Jewelry Rogers taku ingoa.
Is that true? I feel like I saw something on your arm.
No, oh, well, that's not jewelry. That's just it's got an ointment on it.
Oh, okay.
Clears my airways. It's old boss oil. It's like airways. Like,
oh,
so if you ever see me just sniffing my rag, that's what it is.
Yeah, you're not doing drugs. You wow, I guess trying to recover from, I'm assuming, the sickness you picked up when you came to Wellington.
Yep. After Monday, I became sick. It was confirmed. It was confirmed the next day. I was like, oh god. It was pretty much confirmed overnight. As I was like, oh god, no, here it comes.
Bugger.
I know.
Gotta hate when you get got by the old sickness.
Yep.
Do you know if any of your friends got sick as well?
No. Well, I don't think it was from being in Wellington.
Oh,
so I think it was the guy who was like coughing and sneezing on my super shuttle on catching. That would be my guess.
Rough. That sucks.
Asshole.
Well, at least it seems like you're looking all right for someone who's been sick on the up and up.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing too bad, but still the sinuses are sort of recovering, declogging, that kind of thing. But even then, I always have the old boss oil just for my
I can't say I've ever heard of that before.
Sensitive sinus. It's very sensitive.
How's your week been in general anyway?
Well, it was mostly being sick, so. But apart from that, it's been relaxing.
Oh, well, that's good. At least you've been getting some rest.
Yeah, that was like the main thing. So I took a day off. I had one day off.
Ooh, God, don't be too crazy now. Ooh, one whole day.
I know. I was like, damn, my 26 days, I might use them all up. Yeah, I realized I had 20. I was like, holy shit.
That's, I mean, to be fair, from what I hear, you don't take very many holidays.
No,
so.
I don't.
I mean,
well, literally, my next holiday, I could literally just claim like all of its sick days.
Well, I was gonna say, like, when you kind of bank them up like that, can be a good way to plan to actually take a nice big holiday or something.
I didn't think you could bank sick days. I didn't think that was a thing.
Well, no, you can't bank sick days, but you do like bank up, obviously a lot of leave and stuff like that.
Yeah. So does everyone get 20 sick days? Is that
no, I don't think it's 20 sick days. I want to say something crazy like
it must
5.
be my company then, because I think someone was asking on the I think it's a result of the unions in Ireland. Probably
Hell yeah.
got me more sick days. Yeah, well, because I'm what's called a free rider, because I'm not a part of the union. But that's also, I explained this. Someone asked on NZ Politics today, I think it was, like, are you a member of a union? And if not, why not? And I was like, well, I'm in like a New Zealand branch of an Irish company, and we got like 20 plus people, a little less than 30, something like that, and the unions, basically, we get all the benefits that they do, and no one's ever reached out to me from the union. No one's ever given me their contact details. I wouldn't even know how to contact them, and I'm not even sure if I can join that union because I'm still an NZ employee. Like I'm not an Irish employee, so I don't know. We'd probably have to start our own, and I'm not sure if that would cause more issues. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that would work.
Plus our office size, we don't really need it. So
it seems you do get double because 10 sick days a year is what it is here. So hey, shout out to Ireland for getting
that's an Irish thing. If that's
you gotta start taking more fucking sick days, man. They don't bank up. If you don't use them, you lose them. Just bear that in mind. Bear that in mind. Yeah. It's like shitting on the company dime. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I do that anyway.
I mean. Who doesn't love a good shit on the company dime?
Yeah, but that was my week. It wasn't, a lot of just watching YouTube and trying to get better. Bit of reading, stuff like that. But how was yours?
Nice. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Just getting the general life admin done. Went for a nice swim last week. Got to bloody wash my dogs, which I just realized today. But that's fine.
Wash your dogs. Is that a euphemism?
Togs. Wash my
Oh,
dogs.
I thought you said wash your dogs.
No, my togs. My togs.
I was like, I don't think you have
No,
dogs.
that's just bad pronunciation. That's nothing.
Oh, I
nothing
can say
new.
nothing about bad pronunciation.
I mean, but yeah, no, I had a pretty chill weekend. Got to hang out with a mate that I hadn't seen. Well, actually, he's my best friend, and we haven't seen each other since last year because we're both fucking useless at remembering stuff. He's medicated for his ADHD though, so we're pretty bad at actually scheduling hangouts. So we had our first one this year. Although he has gotten into 3D printing, so I'll probably be going around there sometime soon. So we can. I'm trying to think about maybe getting something for my background made up on the 3D printer. So kind of
like a sculpture.
Like maybe either, the cartoon picture of my head or, stuff like that. Just, I'm keeping my mind open. I'm just thinking, oh, what fun little creative project can I get him to print and then I can do some painting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get extra crafting out of it. So
anyway, it's been a busy week, I think, for the news. We've actually got quite a bit.
Yeah,
look at it, but...
there was a bit, but I mean, some of them are a little like quick, in some of them. So
well, 'cause a lot of it was sort of obscured because, no offense to Anzac Day, but it was like most of the news was like all Anzac Day stuff.
It was very Anzac heavy. I'm sure you saw the fucking headline about old Bishop. Not turning up.
I mean, well, look, I'm not too.
Apparently, he didn't get an invite.
Yeah, like
communication
I don't give too
issues.
much of a shit about it. Like that. Like if we're talking about politics, like that really is politicking. Like, look at me, I showed up.
Oh,
to the
I just
Anzac
find
Day
it funny
parade.
that someone's like, "Oh, you know what? Let's make a whole article about this." Like,
I suppose. Yeah. No, I was a little
they're
bit
just
like,
desperate
this
for
is
the
no
Anzac
news.
click.
But
It's just they're desperate for the Anzac click. It's on theme at the moment, so
I mean, I wouldn't
guess so.
I wouldn't be shocked if Luxon funded the article.
I mean, with those two probably going at it in the background.
Yeah, so I'll make a hit piece on my own guy.
If we're gonna jump into that, you might as well play your bumper.
Okay. Oh yeah. Well, and just before we get in, because I was gonna be Poppy Jewelry Rogers, but then I realized, and I'm kind of gutted because I think I've lost my hand knitted poppy that my gran had made me. So.
Oh no.
No, I had a hand knitted poppy.
Hopefully it's just hiding somewhere and you'll find it later.
Yeah, and that's what I used to use as my poppy for Anzac Day. But
honestly, I haven't had a poppy pretty much since I think I left home, because like my grandma obviously always you know, had the old poppy on around that. Same with Daffodil Day, you know, like always on with the little.
It's very unpatriotic of you.
Oh yeah, no, super unpatriotic. Like I'm not even gonna. I mean,
how dare you disrespect the fallen
no,
by not buying a $2?
Well, my great koro actually served in World War II.
Okay.
So I did some looking into it on Friday before the Friday show on BHN. And yeah, just kind of interesting stuff that I kind of hadn't really clicked. The fact that my koro, like I knew he had gone, but my brain still didn't like really register that like historical kind of significance and connection to that until probably Friday.
Actually, has anyone bought one of those poppies off the street recently? Like, do they still take the coins, or do they make you pay like via card now?
Surely they've got a card option now.
Yeah.
They can't not. I mean, unless they're trying to hustle you for your 10s and your 20s, maybe. Maybe that's the grift, or actually, I don't know. To be fair, my nana was stingy. She might have been patriotic, but she was stingy. She wore the same poppy every year, and she made sure that once it started being around the time that those people would start being out on the streets, she never left the house without her poppy, because she's like, I'm not buying another one.
Surprisingly, I've just not seen any around my area, at least, yeah, not in the last couple of weeks. So
they're also not that hard to make either, so
True.
like it can be a fun little craft project. I fucking love crafts.
all right, anyway, without much ado, let's just get into it. Good, bad, and the ugly. Let's go. Rest the fallen, Cameron Slater. Maybe memories.
Did you want to say anything before we jump into it, or just play with it?
Let me just quickly confirm what the first story was. Oh yeah, this shit.
Yeah.
Oh God. Well, I saw this. Was it Saturday night? I don't remember. It just this one will get people mad if they haven't seen it.
I did end up watching it before the show because I didn't know what's in title stuff. Yeah. In the last 20 seconds, I like my face. It'll probably make the same face again because holy shit, I'm not even prepared to hear it again. But I was like, oh, you're being a bit loose and funny with the naming of this this file tonight. And then I heard that and I went, oh, I don't like that. I feel dirty.
If anyone wants to know the title, it's Shane Drones Tries to Get Priggers. So, anyway.
No, it's Shane Jones literally wants to fuck the land.
Well, that's the second title. That's the subtitle.
Back here, environmentalists are appalled that a mining prospecting permit has been issued within the UNESCO World Heritage Area Te Papatūānuku on the South Island's west coast. The Resources Minister says while previous governments have ruled out mining in these special areas, under this one, it's different. Here's senior political reporter Benedict Collins.
With its mountains, glaciers and forests, this part of the South Island's deemed so globally significant, it has UNESCO World Heritage status.
It's a wonderfully intact natural area full of beautiful wetlands, majestic forests, and it's home to special native species.
The area in the southwest corner of the South Island covers 26,000 square kilometres. Now the government has issued a mining prospecting permit over 157 square kilometres, almost entirely within the World Heritage Area.
The World Heritage designated areas, you are allowed to mine in them. Kiwis have to accept. If you want a cleaner future, you need a mineral-rich present.
In 2012, Prime Minister John Key ruled out mining.
Well, actually, when I heard that, because I was like, I don't know the exact ins and out of the UNESCO thing. I looked it up, and what I got was, so the heritage status signifies that a site, monument, or natural area has been inscribed on the World Heritage List for having outstanding universal value, which is these places are deemed so culturally or naturally significant that their conservation is vital for all of humanity. And obviously that means protection and preservation. Signatory nations pledge to protect, manage, and preserve these sites for future generations. And sites are recognized globally for their uniqueness, covering both tangible and natural areas. And you've got 3 different types of heritage, which can be cultural, natural, or mixed.
Yeah, and not to mention, like they said, they were native species, but like not to mention a lot of these species are endemic, which means they're only found here, basically. So like we've already fucked with the habitat so fucking much since we've come here.
Mean, they literally labeled Haast.
Yeah,
we don't have that eagle anymore.
No.
So
whose fault was that, Mage? Whose fault was that?
Probably the Marys, isn't it always their bloody fault?
They're
I don't know
always
who these
talking
Marys
about
are.
being environmentally friendly, but they killed the moa, so fuck them. Apparently,
Moa also killed themselves.
Yeah, it's like fuck, but you know how many fucking like that was accidental. You know how many fucking shit you've done like intentionally, like how many species?
Oh yeah.
Like,
well, like one thing we can say the Marys. Okay, I can say one thing the Marys did bad down south. They accidentally set fire to a forest. That did actually happen.
I mean,
and cleared a bunch of trees.
So does fucking God.
I know.
So
I'm just saying. Hey, we gotta give the whiteys something, all right? I'm chucking them a bone.
One for the whiteys. One
exactly.
For the whiteys.
One for the whiteys. Fucking clip that.
Let's go.
In areas like these,
New Zealanders don't want us to undertake that activity on pristine land.
Times have changed.
Look, I accept that John Key did not want to see mining in these designated areas. I've been mandated, however, by the coalition government to promote mining.
It's definitely a sign that the National Party have gone backwards. They're doing things that previous national governments wouldn't have even been prepared to do.
It's completely outrageous. You cannot mine in a World Heritage area.
This prospecting permit is for all metallic and non-metallic minerals except uranium. But the geologist who's been given the permit told One News that he doesn't want to dig up any minerals. Instead, what he's hoping to find is natural hydrogen, which can be used as fuel. He told me that if he does find natural hydrogen, he'll use drilling techniques that cause minimum impact. He says if Doc has any concerns, he'll hand back his permit, and that he doesn't want to cause any controversy.
We shouldn't be issuing mining permits that are going to potentially be handed on to some other character who will do more harm than perhaps the current holder intends.
We are riddled with Dock Estate, and it's pregnant with mining potential, and I want to give birth to it.
A mining birth some won't want to witness. Benedict Collins, One News.
It's yeah.
It's not easier the second time hearing that.
No, it's not. It's not. Yeah, fucking disgusting language. I hate how he just reduces everything to the worst fucking, like, simplistic metaphor. It's like, well, it shows you the caliber of people he's really talking to. He's like, I gotta put this in a pregnancy term.
Oh, yeah. And also in a, like, let's, you know, violate a pregnant entity and take its...
Yeah.
And take its children. That's a fucking Epstein thing to do.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm going to
that
forcibly
is what
impregnate you
does.
against your will. It's like, I mean, I wouldn't doubt Shane Jones probably doesn't know much about consent, so.
No. I mean,
there's a bit of a pornophile himself, so.
It's just. Yeah, again, why does he have to keep using sexual terms for everything? He's just a gross, dirty old man. Biggest gooner in Parliament.
Yes.
That's 100%. You know what? We should make him a trophy, guys. How about we make him a trophy and I'll go deliver it down to Parliament? Yep. I know where to deliver stuff now, so...
From one gooner to another. Game recognized game.
But also, ooh, don't bring your gooning into my politics.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, it's just... Oh, I mean, I was so stoked to see Steve Abel obviously out there speaking out against it for, wow, the Greens and everyone who gives a shit about, I don't know, a heritage status that is literally for the vital for all of humanity. Like, come on, guys, we're not talking about, like, because, you know, he's like, oh, we got so many dock sites. Yeah, because guess what? We live in a fucking awesome country that has some of the most unique and amazing just environments. Like, obviously I love birds, and like the amount of birds that have gone extinct in this country makes me sad, because there's some really pretty ones and they're so cool looking, and we don't have them anymore, and we're losing, like, you know, we see bird of the year every year. Like, yes, it's a bit of a meme now, thanks John Oliver, but the whole point of bird of the year was to kind of be like, hey, let's bring attention to these birds that need protecting. And how do we protect them? We keep the land safe for them.
One long ass line they showed too. Not to mention, also another thing about conservation land. It's not just the fauna; it's the flora as well. Plenty of endemic plants and stuff too, I believe.
Well, yeah, I mean. And the thing is, like, also we've seen in so many examples, like, I'm thinking of when Moo had that giant landslip that took out the park below. One of the things they pointed to that kind of led to that massive landslide was the fact that they didn't have as many, I believe it was Papatūānuku trees, because the roots in all of those systems, they help keep the stability and structure steady when you have big, you know, deluges of rain and all of those kinds of things happen. So like all of the root system themselves, you know, not to sound Māori or anything, but it's literally all connected, right? And also we see the wealth and the health of our land also then mirrors the wealth and health of the people that fucking live on the land. It's also
that's a pretty Māori thing of you to say.
I know. Shane Jones
why'd you have
likes...
to get all political on this political show?
Oh, yeah, right. How dare I bring this tino rangatira Maori bullshit into it, but it's... I don't even really see it as just necessarily Māori even. I'm just like, this is just looking at how everything works together and going, oh yeah, that makes sense. I get it. Like, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Interesting, the quote about, he was saying the person that got the rights to the land was just looking at hydrogen, and like, if Doc disagrees, he won't do it. So let's hope they keep to their word. However, never put your faith in a capitalist, is all I'll say. So, you know, they'll sell you fucking whatever you want just to get what they want. So. But let's hope they stick to their word.
Do you want me to go for our next one? Do you want me to go to the video first or the article?
Let's I mean, they're both pretty much the same thing, I think. So
well, we'll play the video, and then while we're talking, we can have the article up if you like. How about we do that?
But Sam Neill's been getting death threats apparently, because I'm not sure if anyone heard, but well, he doesn't explicitly...
So many death threats going around at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, he's not the only one. Bloody Samoan has been getting them since he announced that he's the Green Party candidate for Mangere.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of death threats going around at the moment. New Zealanders need to chill.
Sam Neill. A few months ago, I put my hand up and voiced some opposition to a proposed gold mine, actually a vast open cast gold mine that is proposed to be fast-tracked in my neighbourhood in central Otago. I stand by those views, and I'm glad I voiced them. What I wasn't prepared for was the personal abuse I would come in for. And that started with Shane Jones, who is a minister of lots of things in the government, it seems. And he chose to make this personal, and I'm baffled as to why you would do that. But I don't know.
He's got no other leg to stand on?
Not at all. But it wasn't just him. The amount of personal abuse that came in online, all over the shop, was frankly very shocking and disturbing, including threats of physical violence. There's some very unpleasant people among the supporters of this mine. I'm not saying they're all like that, but boy, there are some loose cannons, and that's disturbing. It's very disturbing. And then yesterday, a long article from someone called Damien Grant in Stuff.
Oh my lord!
Twice convicted fraudster.
And, again, it's extremely
Fucking
personal.
hell.
Pardon me. He's another one who doesn't seem to think I deserve an opinion about anything. But I suppose he can think like that if he wants. But
you do,
have
you bud.
That this man is a convicted fraudster.
Hey!
Liberal convicted fraudster. And
I hate the word near.
So I think you should, in all fairness, take whatever he says with a grain of salt. In the meantime, being abused by a convicted fraudster, I should probably relax a bit, you know.
Nah, get him. Get him.
No, you keep fucking going.
But there we are.
You're just speaking truth. He's fucking sending threats.
The fight goes on. And,
Fuck that shit.
Oh, by the way, the fraudster has never been to Otago, so really knows what he's talking about. Well, there we are. Okay, I'm going to leave it to you now. But
all right.
The fight goes on, and we really need to stop this filthy mine.
Hell
That'll
yeah.
be the end of everything.
And I bet you I know why the convicted fraudster hasn't been to Otago. I think there's a certain Wookiee and a certain giant man with a what is it, 50-50 cap? 10, whatever the fuck that brand
50
is.
Cent? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not a hat guy. He's a sports guy. So
I don't know any.
I tried, alright? I tried.
Sports tins and hats either.
But
no hats, no shoes, nothing.
I'm so sick of the fact that we've unfortunately ended up basically copying America's brain-rotted, like, death threat culture and this, like, attacking... Like, and it's also ironic because these are the same people who go, oh, you can't cancel that rugby guy who was being super trans and homophobic.
Yep.
Like...
Yeah, they've imported their shitty fucking cancel culture war over here. It's... I don't know. It fucking sucks.
Absolutely.
It's like, what do you do about that shit? I don't fucking know. We could do what Russia's doing and just block Google.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do just
although
full
I
isolation.
run my life on Google. So
let's go full 1600s like Japan. Let's completely just isolate ourselves from the rest of the planet. Let's do that. Maybe that'll work.
I mean,
maybe that'll fix some things.
Nah, I think unfortunately you got too many people who are too addicted to late stage capitalism. That will go badly. You don't want a bunch of addicts.
Capitalism will fall once we stop the global trade. So you know.
Yeah, but New Zealanders have like addiction issues, and when you just cut things off too quickly, like as much as I'd love to, don't get me wrong, because I'm getting a little over a lot of this geopolitics at the moment, to be quite frank. But yeah, not surprised Shane Jones is also fucking attached to that because he's just such a dick. All right, speaking of dicks, we're going on to another one.
I gotta fix this.
That's how I'm gonna introduce this one.
Wait,
so
what? Didn't we have more on that one?
No.
Why'd you add these other two articles if we're not gonna use them?
They were just there for reference in case we needed them.
Oh, okay, all right, gotcha. I get you.
Because I wasn't sure if the videos were gonna touch on the things. So
okay, moving on. We're a professional show.
Hey, we're pretty good. We did the whole intro and everything.
Yeah, we're not bad for $0 funding.
Real, exactly. So no rethink on US drones on right path for now, says new defense minister.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so this this pissed me off today.
Well, sorry, you go.
No, all I was going to say, so the new defense minister says he has not seen anything in the Iran war that would lead him to reconsider New Zealand's defense relationship with the United States. Chris Pink also said the country was not going too slowly on acquiring military drones, even though other countries were accelerating by up to 400%. Pink has just taken over the defense portfolio. He says it's exciting and intimidating. He was not setting a different course from his predecessor. I think we're on the right path.
Okay. I don't wholly disagree with the whole drone angle. The issue is we're purchasing them from the States. I think that I assume we're purchasing them from the States.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume
I don't
that
know
too.
that for sure. Maybe we get them from somewhere else as well, but I assume most of them are coming from the States, which we don't want to do. We should just manufacture them here. Like, I don't see why not.
Right.
You know, if we're going to invest this kind of capital into our military, we may as well make sure that capital stays onshore somehow. We have plenty of startups and stuff, I'm sure would be quite pleased to get some of that government dollar to start, you know, investing in the military industry. Like, I like the idea, bad execution.
We could be supporting local business.
Exactly.
Let's do this. Surely fucking Teal will put some money into a startup for us to make some drones.
Are we
Come on.
Are we going to cancel those helicopters now? Like, you know, we don't need to waste like a shit ton of money on military helicopters. I'm sure some would be handy, like for like search and rescue, that kind of stuff. I don't know.
I mean, for me, I'm not like necessarily against having the helicopters, but I do have big questions around the fact that like we were getting ripped off at the price that we were paying.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like, sure, get the fucking helicopters, I guess, if you really want to make that a priority over a bunch of other stuff that's way more important, but at least don't get fucked on the deal. Like, Australia's getting it way cheaper. Like, they're also stealing all of our people. Like, come on.
Is that Donald Trump's next book, Fucked on the Deal?
I mean, that would be a pretty good title. That would be a pretty good title. But, I mean, that's really mostly what it is. I'm not comforted by the fact that he, A, sees nothing about the Iran war that makes him question our relationship with the US, because come on, look at what they're doing. I mean, if even Joe Rogan for at least a minute or two can see that, and if even Tucker Carlson can fucking see this shit, or at least grift on it enough, like, come on. It's just a very, very questionable relationship, and I'm so over it, which is actually going to go really well into our next one, I believe.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I did like the name Trumpty Dumpty.
Trumpty Dumpty. I don't think I'm the first to make that joke, but...
Hey, I mean, take the fucking credit, man.
Thank you. I'll take a bow.
All right.
In a tātou katoa, good evening. Shock on Donald and Melania Trump's faces, followed by chaos and panic at the White House Correspondents' Dinner as shots rang out. This video at the Washington Hilton Hotel showing the confusion and fear, some of the crowd ducking for cover. At the top table, Secret Service agents immediately moving in, surrounding the US president and escorting him off the stage. The suspect had multiple weapons, charging a security checkpoint. An agent shot at close range in the chaos. He was saved by his bulletproof vest, his colleagues swooping in, taking the suspect to the ground and into custody. Authorities have identified him as a 31-year-old Californian. Here's Simon Merced with more on how the dramatic events unfolded.
Paid actor.
It's blurry footage, but the CCTV captures a man as he sprints past a Secret Service checkpoint, and officers draw their weapons to fire. Inside the Hilton Hotel, Donald Trump has just arrived at the Correspondents' Dinner when shots ring out. Within seconds, guests scramble for safety. On stage, Vice President J.D. Vance is moved away. Secret Service agents surround the president as other officers rush in to form a barrier. Donald Trump, the First Lady, and others are quickly led off. One correspondent was caught up in it.
The next thing I knew, a police officer pushed me to the ground and jumped on top of me as if he was trying to protect me. I was just a few feet away from the gunman.
Later, Donald Trump recounted the drama.
It was very quick. There wasn't a lot of time to be thinking because it was a matter of seconds before we were out the door.
Police believe the gunman was a guest at the hotel and carried a shotgun, handgun, and several knives.
We do know that...
Sorry, I'm going to take this back because Does anyone else think that Kash Patel weirdly looks like a kid who got in trouble with his parents?
The drama.
Like, look at his body language.
Time to be thinking, because it was a matter of seconds before we were out the door.
Police believe the gunman was a
I don't know, it looks like sus.
guest at the hotel and carried a shotgun, handgun, and several knives.
We do know that law enforcement exchanged gunfire with the individual. We do know that a U.S. Secret Service uniformed division officer was struck in his vest. He was transported to a local hospital for treatment.
The White House released images of the alleged gunman, reported to be 31-year-old Cole
Apparently he's
Allen
dead.
of California.
I heard.
More images.
Sorry, apparently who's dead?
I don't know. I've heard mixed reports. I heard someone saying he was dead, but then I heard other people saying, if anyone knows if he's actually in custody and alive or if he's dead, let us know, because I'm not actually sure.
Death confirmed, please. Can we get death
can someone please confirm the death? And Kiwi Rob, no one wants anyone to have nuclear weapons or kill their own people. That's my answer to your question.
Well, and also the last Ayatollah was actually stopping them from developing nukes. The new one is now mad that his dad was dead.
I want Iran to not have
a
nuclear weapon as much as the USA or fucking China or
no
Russia.
one should have fucking nukes.
Exactly.
Can we just
no one should have
agree
nukes.
to no nukes?
No, we're gonna have nukes to stop the other people having nukes.
Yeah. How about we don't? Our planet's already fucked. We will. It's a lose-lose game.
It's an unfortunate reality.
Anyway, back to
fuck
this.
the capitalists.
No, thank you.
Were posted on social media. Police say the man was not shot, but tackled before he got into the dining room.
At this point, it does appear he is a lone actor, a lone gunman. There does not appear to be any sort of danger to the public at this time.
This isn't Donald Trump's first brush with danger. In 2024, he was grazed by a bullet at a campaign rally. Then he seized the moment to make a defiant gesture.
Staged.
Today, he put a positive spin on the incident.
The people that make the biggest impact, they're the ones that they go after.
It was outside the Hilton Hotel where former President Ronald Reagan was shot and wounded in 1981. Tonight's correspondents' dinner there is being rescheduled. Donald Trump.
So they were
says
saying
he'll
it
be
was the
back.
same venue, right? That again is another really sus thing, that it's symbolically in the same place, and not to mention they have the same slogan. He very much models himself on Reagan in a lot of ways. So I guess we'll just jump straight into the conspiracy talk, which is a lot of people, a lot of circles talking about this being staged. I mean, the first thing that I thought when I saw it was there is a lot of susness to this, just how much Trump is just so...
He doesn't react because he can't act.
I don't...
And Melania was overacting with her...
I don't know. Again, it's sort of you're going to have a lot of confirmation bias here for either side. So looking into a lot of those things, it's tough to separate that from an actual conclusion. We don't have anything conclusive, but just
of course not.
The shooting thing in his rally and the Charlie Kirk stuff, there's just a lot of fucking questions, a lot of fucking weirdness. You could try and explain him not sort of noticing it as him just being a fucking demented old guy like that. I mean, that we know that's the case. He's some demented old man who probably just hasn't fucking got a clue what's going on. Maybe he's hyped up on drugs just so he can get through his freaking stupid speech he's got to do. But I don't know, there's the question about security, who this guy was. There's the clip that we'll get into, someone alleging that shots will be fired. And again, all this is circumstantial and very questionable as to whether or not it's evidence. But the thing that really matters, I think, ultimately, at the end of the day, despite what is or is not true, is that it's a complete breakdown of trust in the system. No one fucking trusts you. And that's the ultimate point. That's the problem with your administration. Not just this administration, the ones before them, the entire American system. No one trusts a fucking single thing your government says. So, that's the issue with lacking transparency. It's, the American system's fucked, I guess.
Well, it's not even just that. It's that, okay, yes, no one has direct evidence to prove that this assassination attempt was real and not staged, nor do we for the other one. But we do have a lot of evidence in a certain set of files that shows that this man has connections, has money, and moves in circles that do a lot of shady shit.
Yeah, I mean, playing devil's advocate in some way, because I understand there are a lot of questions, like things like, how'd this guy get in the building, that kind of thing, but at the end of the day, this is kind of like going into moon conspiracy territory, where it's like, okay, with all the people that would require to be involved, there's not a single person coming out leaking against this or spilling the beans, you know, that kind of stuff. Not to mention, another thing would be Secret Service working around them. Like, they work, like, the president can't just tell the Secret Service, like, hey, we're going to do the stage event, keep it quiet, because the Secret Service don't give a shit. They
that's not how I think they do it.
How do you think they do it?
I mean, I think it's a lot of complicated channels and using different arms of things. I don't have the
things.
You know, they've got like CIA, FBI, they've got congressional things, and all these other systems. They also have their own like rich people systems that you know have.
And I'm not trying to say there's no way around this, but like, you know, ultimately there's doubt on either side for me. But I don't know. I really don't fucking know.
It's good propaganda to Donald Trump, because
the
now they get to
thing.
look like these big, strong guys, while, you know, we're seeing their entire democracy imploding.
Yep.
While also having people like Zoran Mamdani showing that real change can actually happen if someone's willing to do it. It's a pretty pressured time for old Donnie.
I would look at this as so. Do you know much about the secret war, the secret war between the CIA and FBI that went on prior to 9/11? Are you aware of that sort of event? So a lot of that stuff came out obviously post 9/11. So it's not necessary. So maybe it is one of those things with a truce in between. I don't know. I'm not pretending to know, but it might come out in the future, like just like they did, and reveal the whole events that went down, which was basically with the whole CIA FBI thing. It was inter-service rivalry, not sharing information, competing against each other, which led to sort of the lack of action against Osama bin Laden, you know, actually attacking those buildings, whilst still there's still room there for like, hey, let's just let this happen because it's going to look good for us. So who knows? It could be one of those things.
Although I do think to add, though, that Middle Earth Marxist has a great point, because I saw the Dre dossier talking about this as well, is that his ballroom is very much a cover for a bunch of shit that they're doing secretively. And this is the perfect reason to be like, oh, we need to put more into this so that we can just be safe. So that we can be safe.
There was wait, can you explain to me? Because everyone's been saying, like, this is now a justification for his ballroom. I don't understand that angle.
I can't do a TLDR for you, but what I can do is I can give you a video after the show.
All right.
That will go through and explain, because the Dre dossier is she's been in on a lot of this like stuff from the beginning. She's also the one that did this series around the Neuralink that we covered ages ago. So yeah,
but again,
it's not really one I can easily summarize.
And anyone who does want to shut this down and say it's not a conspiracy, anything like that, and is trying to guilt people for at least being suspicious against an administration that's incredibly secretive and lies to them constantly, I would say you should encourage this administration to be more transparent and actually release that information. And that would, at the end of the day, shut all of this down. But the reality is, like, with the Charlie Kirk thing, with the assassination during this campaign, there is still so much we don't fucking know about those people involved. I believe Trump shut down the investigation against the shooter, his own shooter. I believe that's the case. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but like, there's a lot there. It's like, why would you do that? If you want to clear the air on this not being conspiracy, let the investigation continue. But no.
But yeah, also apparently, he did end up saying at the press conference, I saw Dre predicting he was going to do that, so it's good to know her prediction was correct.
Yeah.
Nice. And funnily enough, I realized the thing that I was going to add in next is actually basically the same thing the Mountain Tui posted. So we'll just jump straight to that.
Trump released the video. What fucking video? What are you on about? What video?
Release the files.
This is the man shooting me.
So yeah, Mountain 2 here posting, Luxon and Willis indicated Israel-US double-tap killing of hundreds of primary school children was unworthy of concern and the legality of the Iran war irrelevant to New Zealand. Yet the PM is very quick to comment and care about the White House. Truth is, all of it should be condemned, not just this attack.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And that's just, I mean, that's just an interview of Willis fumbling her way through an interview. Yeah, look, I can't fucking talk. I can't even say fumbling.
Well, what, do we want to watch the sneak video here?
Yeah, let's just quickly watch this one. It's a few seconds.
Alright.
But this is a big conspiracy sort of part of it. Who is this?
Carolyn Levitt.
Okay.
Is ready to rumble. I will tell you, this speech tonight.
What in the WWE are we up to?
It will be classic Donald J. Trump. It'll be funny. It'll be entertaining. There will be some shots fired tonight in the room. So everyone should tune in. It's going to be really great. I'm looking forward to hearing it.
I love it all. And you wrote most of it, you said.
I can't take credit. In true Donald Trump fashion, the man puts his pen to the paper himself. So it's a lot of his own work.
Also, he doesn't put the pen to paper himself. We realized that when he started using auto pen. Which he much criticized Biden for. So,
yep.
Weird.
All right, I think that's enough of Trump for now. Yay, we're out of the
right.
woods
I
for
did
that.
really flumble that. I flumbled that hard.
Flumble and flummox.
I'm a big.
I'm assuming flummox was the word you were looking for.
No, I was trying to say fumble.
Oh.
Yeah, my lips are very dry.
Wow, you did really fumble that.
Yeah, I
Drink
flumbled
more water.
But this V is so good.
Oh, no wonder you fucking got a dry mouth, man. Drink some water. Me God. All right. Well, you can drink some water or get some water while we listen to this.
Right here.
Okay, then drink it. Nice.
Oh, now I'm getting roasted. Thanks a lot.
Hey, at least I fumbled the audio.
It's
so
just
like...
ejaculated in my face.
Kia ora, Dewey, welcome back. MP.
Oh, I probably should. That he can go back to 1 speed. Everyone else was too slow.
Kiwis are due for a 2% pay rise on July 1st. But with some Kiwis struggling with the cost of living, Te Pāti Māori is calling for a pay freeze. The independent body that sets politicians' salaries says that kind of move would require a law change. Political reporter Sophie Trigger explains.
We will work together.
The life of a politician can be hard. From grand openings to community halls, heads of state to late-night debates. Getting a grip on the salary for this unique job is a challenge. MPs are set for a 2% pay bump from July, something not all Kiwis may get to see this year.
We are still seeing organisations make pay rises, but I mean, we're talking very low single-digit growth, you know, maybe 2%, maximum kind of 3%. And a lot of the time these are in areas where there's skill set demands.
Increases were set independently by the Remuneration Authority 2 years ago.
It's mainly to prevent people from having unreasonable pressure put on them to refuse to accept fair pay simply because they're working for the government.
But some say their salaries should be frozen.
Jacinda Ardern did it under her government. There's nothing wrong with us doing it this government.
Arguing the cost of living crisis warrants a repeat.
It didn't hurt anybody, but it does show that we care for those who are struggling out there and who are doing it hard at this particular time.
We asked Aucklanders what they thought.
I don't see why there's a need for an increase. It would be sensitive of them to the general climate.
A lot of people in the general public don't feel very seen at this time as well. At the same time, we're all just trying to get by.
MPs across Parliament
Can't find
have
one
mixed
person
views.
to say yes.
We'd be happy to do that, but not at the cost of looking at the real systemic issues where we can make a difference.
I know I'm going to get the crap beaten out of me whichever way we go, but
please.
I'd rather keep it away from politics.
We haven't discussed it as a caucus, but we clearly had a lead.
You want to keep the raising of politicians' wages away from politics.
I mean, see, this is what they always do, though, is they try to act like politicizing stuff is a bad thing when it's their fucking job. I'm also not excited for the way that Barbara Edmonds had a really milquetoast mid-sounding answer.
Okay.
We haven't discussed it as a caucus, but we clearly had a leader who was concerned about the cost of living on everyday New Zealanders.
I'm happy to have a discussion with my caucus.
Was she crying?
I don't know. She was a bit of a quiver in her voice, getting a bit.
Yeah, that was weird.
Karen
I was like, is she crying? Is she okay? Like,
Yeah.
did something happen?
It's
Did Nikki go and yell at her for asking, are you all right?
Anyway, it's a typical Labour response. Like, we haven't discussed it. We can't have personal opinions here in the Labour Party. And it's like, for fuck's sake. Like,
Yeah, can't have an identity.
That's the thing that frustrates me the most about them as a party. It's just that they can't express their own opinion. Like,
Except Kieran. Kieran's allowed to do what he wants.
Sometimes I've seen him even be like a bit like, oh my
yeah,
god.
he has like held himself, but he also
Yeah.
says a lot of very straightforward things. But yeah,
Let's listen to this corpse.
Surprised. You
about that?
That's really an issue for
Wait,
the
what was-
independent.
Caucus, but we clearly had a leader who was concerned about the cost of living on everyday New Zealanders.
I'm happy to have a discussion with my caucus about that.
That's really an issue for the independent remuneration
Oh,
review.
fucking hell!
And that's done independently.
Okay. Sorry,
I'm gonna
that
state.
pisses me
I'm
off.
gonna state the current state of things.
No, but do you know what happened? I think it was the first year that he was in. The first, because people have complained about this at least for the first year of term, and I'm assuming now, because I don't think we had any complaints last year. But when he was basically questioned about it, he tried to say that he was going to donate it to charity. I don't know if he ever
Yeah.
actually did that. And because you know why?
Wouldn't know, yeah.
That I found this funny because I don't know if anyone remembers, but a long time way back, I made this graph for BHN.
Okay.
Showing the exact, because everyone's going on about percentage increase. And when they say, oh, it's only a 2% increase. Well, actually, 2% in 2025, 2.9% increase in 2023, and 2% here now in 2026. But 2% of his salary is a whole 10 grand. Like that's not chump change to most of us.
No.
So when, people are getting a 2% pay rise that gives them an extra $1.25 versus this guy getting thousands of dollars. Yeah, I can see why people are upset because he also ends up netting like what, well, actually, I think I fumbled some of this calculation. It's actually more like 1.7. So sorry, not quite 2 million in total, but still a great amount of money just for the PM role.
Yeah.
And this is a PM who has no portfolios.
I don't know what my percentage increase has been since I started my job, but it's gone up in total about $2,000 since I started. So it's about 4 years. So it's about extra $500. I mean, it's not terrible,
but it's definitely not.
Doesn't keep up with inflation, that's for sure.
Oh fuck no.
Yeah.
Actually, I did have a video. I think a video I saw says to keep up with inflation and all the other things, I think you need at minimum like 4.6% increase yearly.
Okay, I think that's about
Currently?
1% a year, if off the top of my head, if I'm doing the math right, what I got. So
I know it's 2% for a lot of general New Zealanders, but also you're employed by the Irish, so I don't know how that works.
I don't know. Well, I believe again. I think it's the unions sort of do a lot of that negotiation.
Yeah.
So
Nah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I also agree. We need to regulate David Seymour getting a pay rise.
So
Ugh.
I mean, more or less the solution to this, I would think. Let's finish the article. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much to go.
Politicians. The only way that that situation would change is if Parliament changed the law.
With the next determination on MP's pay due next year. Sophie Trigger, One News.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. It is an interesting bill, considering they'd have to completely change like another law to get it done. I'm not sure if that's written into the bill itself or like Te Māori expects them to do that, but ultimately they probably should just change it because I understand. Right now,
I'm pretty sure Jacinda there was at least one year or so where I know for a fact Jacinda froze MP payment. I don't think it requires much. I'm pretty sure the PM can just be like, we're doing this. But I don't quote me on that. I'm not sure on the details. I'm very
not sure
confident that Jacinda did.
My head was in the sand for most of COVID politics because I was in a state of depression. I don't want any of it.
No, that's totally fair. I think that's where I started to really come into my politics, because it started again. I had the time, you know what I mean? I had the time and the space to really start absorbing and understanding everything.
Well, that was like my transition from global politics, like pre-COVID. I was very international focused global politics, you know, the proletariat. Shit like, and now I'm like more locally focused. But what I think we should do is probably somehow you tie it to the minimum wage, and or perhaps the same thing, the benefit wage as well. In that case, basically the politicians have to raise the minimum wage if they want to get paid more, essentially. So I would do something like that.
If you actually just want to bring my screen back up, got a great summary here. So yeah, Jacinda froze pays in 2018, announced the suspension of Remuneration Authority's proposed 3% increase for MPs until July 2019, stating it was the right thing to do. 2020, Ardern implemented a further salary freeze in 2020, which extended to 2023, capping the pay for the Prime Minister and all members of Parliament, which means it's only been going up since this government came in, and now Luxon is on over 500,000. I think it's 520,000.
Apparently John Key also did it.
Oh, interesting.
According to Sam.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's clearly not hard to do, and he could do it, but... Oh,
he's always going to use the system as an excuse. He always does that.
Oh, absolutely. Well, then it was ironic, because then the next thing they said after that was, well, you guys can change it if you want it. So it's like, go talk to your mother. Go talk to your father. Like, basically. So, yeah. Weak response from a weak jelly man.
Yep. I guess another thing we could do is you could tie it to inflation as well. That's also another thing you could do, but then you'd also want to do that, I think, as well for like things like minimum wage as well. Get minimum wage up to a decent living standard, then just tie it to inflation.
Or living wage. You could do like living wage.
Yeah.
Or you could also do, I mean, to be fair, I wonder if we also have like a cost of living crisis index. We should surely have something like that now.
I'm sure someone's done the maths.
Do some balancing math. I'm sure some Green Party person could probably do that math. We might as well jump into this next one's not a huge big one. It's just a bit of a interesting learnings as of a new, I believe it was a new report. So turns out the cost of fixing New Zealand's water infrastructure is $49 billion. So New Zealand needs to spend as much on water investment in the next decade as has been spent over the past 125 years, according to an independent infrastructure commission. Commission Chief Executive Jeff Cooper told Morning Report there's been a huge underinvestment in the water system, particularly in the 80s and 90s. Like, we weren't even born then, man. Yeah. And now it's our fucking shit to deal with.
It's gonna be the echoes of our generation. Is shit that we didn't do that we have to fucking live with.
I know, right? For. And yet the white people complain about having to do it for the brown people. But yeah, so the number that we have from the Water Service Delivery Plan is about 49 billion over the next 10 years. Which is the same as we've spent since 1885. He said this shows how big the deferred maintenance gap has become, and the bill will have to be paid for by ratepayers.
Maybe this will finally encourage us to invent like time travel, and we can go back in time.
Right?
We can ask them like, "Hey, you guys got to pay for this shit."
Maybe we can like make them put in a bill that means every child born after the date we go back to automatically gets a KiwiSaver and a house.
Yep.
Like, oh man, now I'm dreaming of a better fantasy timeline we could exist on. I'm sad.
Fantasy songs.
Yeah, so we're concerned with the affordability of this because at the end of the day, these capital investments end up being user charges, whether it's for users on the ratings base, on the tax base, but it turns into a number that people need to fund on a daily basis because of the maintenance cost on these things. And then we had old local government minister Simon Watts then speaking on the challenges and the mammoth challenges ahead for the government. So, I mean, I can't trust this bloody government to do anything tangible. Watts said the government has flesh in the game because it's putting in place a structure that works for communities and more regions could see water charging. Cool.
I mean, the entire country has flesh in this game. What do you want about
right?
Who doesn't need water? I guess the rich who just buy it in fucking bottles that come from, like, Spain or something. Here's my Voss.
But yeah, so having debt is not a bad thing in the context of how we build this infrastructure, the challenges we have to fund and finance, the massive deficit of infrastructure we have inherited. I know that they're pointing to Labour, even though technically this is like 50 plus years of inheritance. It's not fair that only today's population fund for something 100 years from today. Well, actually, I don't mind that. I personally think it's fine to be investing in stuff that people will benefit from in 100 years from today. Because if we can have things that are actually like that robust, fucking let's go.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to continue the human race, but I'm pretty sure other humans do, so let them do it.
I mean, I'm indifferent, you know.
Yeah.
It's more self what's the word I'm looking for? Selfish, I guess, for me. Yeah.
I mean, hey, I mean, nothing. Well, I mean, that's part of my reason. I've got a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
Part of it is because I like to not have to wake up if I want to, and I like spending my money on myself.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a lot of it.
Like, I got a niece now, so I can think, hey, I want her to have a good, happy work.
Absolutely.
Now I can project any of those parental guilt things that I would do onto my niece. So, you know, I don't need to have
you can be
kids.
a cool
It's great.
uncle that spoils her and
Exactly.
has the fancy job in Auckland. But yeah, so yay, guys, we're gonna be spending a lot of money on this for the foreseeable future.
Uncle, why did you do this to me? Why is the world in such a horrible state? Well, niece, let me tell you about the story of capitalism.
And a man called Christopher Luxon.
Yeah, it starts just starts off like Shrek. Somebody would tell me.
And then just ends up being more like How I Met Your Mother.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
just this continuous of like, oh my god.
With the most horrible ending ever.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be Shane Jones at the end.
Oh my god, he gets the country pregnant.
Oh, don't.
There you
Let's
go.
move on to the next story.
Stop talking about that.
I put this technically in ugly because it feels like they're virtue signaling for Anzac.
Okay.
So war vets get fuel price relief. Government has boosted mileage reimbursement rates for war veterans traveling to medical appointments by 50% as the cost of fuel continues to bite.
Okay.
Band-aid
on a bullet wound, basically.
Literally. Also, that's such a restricted criteria because you have to be a war veteran and traveling to a medical appointment.
Not to mention, I don't think their the actual back room could handle a lot of these criteria they're setting up. There's going to be so much means testing and criteria checking that it's probably going to be a hard process, I feel, for some people getting this money. Because they're just not going to have the resources to do it.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the issue when you start, the more you target, if you don't have the the back room to actually keep up the capacity, you're just going to fall short and not actually be able to deliver these things on time.
So it looks like the rate for round trips under 200 kilometers will be bumped from 62 cents per kilometer to 91 cents. The rate for longer trips will increase from 27 cents per kilometer to 41 cents. That one under 200 one, that's definitely going to help. So I'm not mad at them. It just feels like the timing of it is very hey, look at us. We're being a good government who's doing something nice for the war veterans. Remember Anzac, the war? Yeah.
I mean, I don't doubt Chris Pink, the fucking Zionist, does give a shit about, veterans. He technically is one. I'm not sure if he ever was deployed anywhere, but he's a military veteran. He was once a member of the military. So
he is our Pete Hegseth.
Yeah, basically. Well, was he actually in the military? Pete
Yeah.
Okay, I have no clue.
He's like military frat bro.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's what I get from Pink, is sort of the frat bro, sort of, and I've seen a couple of those guys, and it's like, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan, but I don't have too much to complain about, except actually fix the core issue. Don't just do these fucking band-aids.
No, absolutely. We're here for actual change. And like, again, we've really seen in this is what, $50 to people with kids.
Yeah. And it's an election year,
families,
again, you got to remember that. So these targeted things are sort of to go after those groups. I don't even know if they deliver. Has anyone actually looked into like that family discount and actually checked?
Because they should have received some of it by now. So
because I want to see more investigative reporting as to whether or not these things are actually attainable. Like, is it something like the housing wait list where it's, or no? What was
I wonder if maybe how would you get that?
Getting on the benefit where it's just like getting so tricky for people to do it that they just don't even fucking bother.
Yeah, that too. So cool, but not good enough. And then because we're still going into more of the fuel crisis. Well, I've titled this section, "Did you know there's a fuel crisis?" 'Cause, guys, there's a
It
fuel
seems to be every
crisis.
week now.
Yeah, it's a continuing saga. So
According to the government, there's no fuel crisis. So
these two articles that I've got back to back, I literally found them in this like kind of, well, actually I found them in the alternate order, which made me laugh even harder. But you got government
Star Wars. Watch it in the alternate order.
Government looks to cut heavy vehicle regulations as part of fuel response. So I guess removing EU tax. The latest government data shows New Zealand fuel stocks have continued to fall, but movements remain within expectations. Figures published on Monday, but accurate to midday on Wednesday showed 51.8 days of petrol. Do you know the current numbers?
No, I've stopped looking.
Fair call.
Partly because one of the sites shut down, and the other site, I think, one of them was like, I think TPU funded or adjacent, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Which I'd seen reports of. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I stopped looking.
So David Seymour and Chris Bishop, our favourite people, said the government was preparing to remove or suspend regulations on heavy vehicles to save fuel. 4 changes were being worked on to be implemented quickly if the government decided to move up to phase 2 on the National Fuel Plan, and were expected to be ready by the end of April. If no move up phases was needed, some of the options could also be reworked into more permanent changes to reduce the impact of high fuel prices on the economy. Seymour said his red tape tip line had received several several suggestions, including allowing more weight on some trucks, requiring fewer trips to transport the same amount of freight. That uses more petrol if it's heavier, guys.
Well, not only that, like these guys, like another bit, and this is a big reason why our roads are so fucking hard to maintain, is the usage of trucks on these roads constantly. Which, like, I went down just my street like yesterday, and there's like an entire bit where just the whole road's just like warped upwards, like where you can see, like, it's horrible.
We have it here in Wellington on like freshly done, where they've done the cycle lanes.
Yeah,
all of that fresh new road is already getting munted by all the buses and heavy shit.
Yeah, and my sister has a horrible one out where she lives out in Kaoakoa Bay, which has a whole lot of trucks going down there. And there's so many potholes. I go out in my little Mitsubishi, occasionally, and it's just giant potholes, just like jolt the shit out of the car. They've been slowly fixing them, but like this is just going to make things worse because the heavier truck is, the more damage it does to the road, and that's a big thing these guys were on about was, you know, Labour let all the roads get out of maintenance and now there's shit ton of potholes. We're doing a pothole fund, but this isn't going to help with that. So short-sighted.
Yeah, we go from pothole fund to red tape tip line.
Yeah,
I was
and
also
it's
thinking
going to use more fuel as well, ultimately.
there was a article I was going to cover last week, but we ran out of time.
Yeah.
But the TLDR of it was basically there was criticisms that Kiwi Rail weren't doing enough to support the transport stuff issues, because if we could put more of our freight onto trains and stop using as many fucking trucks for long hauling. Like, it's a simple, easy... Again, why does it always come back to trains, guys?
Yeah.
Like, it makes life so much easier. And we could have actually owned the railways and the trains on them.
Also, there's like a paradox, or not paradox, there's like an equation. I can't remember what it's called. It's got like fuel penalty or like the rocket equation or something, which essentially is like an equation they have to do for compensating with more fuel. So the more fuel, this is partly why I mostly run my tank empty, because the more fuel you add, the heavier it makes the vehicle, and therefore the more fuel you need to add to overcompensate. So you get, the more fuel you add, the less efficient you get, because you're adding more weight, so which makes you use more fuel.
Well, it's kind of like, actually, there's a really good analogy that I can think of. It's kind of like I grew up in the kettle, right?
Yeah.
You don't fill the fucking kettle all the way up and just boil a whole liter of water. You put in enough water that you need, and it boils so that you're not wasting all of that power. It's
So
like
by adding more weight onto these trucks, you're basically making it so that little bit of fuel you think you're saving, it's becoming less efficient. So there's probably a chance this will even do the opposite and just wind up wasting more fuel. Honestly.
You know what I just realized that no one's actually put in this hotline, this tip line? Maybe I should ring them. Speeding. Speeding uses more petrol.
True.
So
and trucks speed all the time.
Oh, New Zealanders in general fucking speed all the time, but truckies especially.
Well, because trucks are supposed to be limited to 90. Like, I know the amount of trucks. I've seen trucks passing other trucks.
My family worked in the trucking industry. I know for a fact.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot worse than that too.
There's some
I can
crazy
tell you that for
truckers
a
out
fact.
there.
Mate, the trucking industry, there's even worse stuff going on in there. Like, let's be honest, they're not just transporting the goods that they say they are.
Yep.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
But it's funny because then there's also, this article was what I came up to next. Researchers call for ute tax, citing burden on health system.
Communism.
Yeah. So health researchers at the University of Auckland have suggested a tax on utes in response to high emissions and more deadly accidents. They said traffic accidents involving utes were 7 times more likely to be fatal, burdening the healthcare system. There is a cost. We've got so much more air pollution and so much more injury associated with these things. Someone has to pay that cost. We have a particularly polluted and dangerous transport system at the moment, and it's putting particular pressure on our healthcare resources. And she said there's quite a big difference actually. New Zealand research shows utes contribute about 7 times as much social harm when it comes to things like air pollution, particularly toxic exhaust with diesel vehicles, she said.
I mean, when you said social harm, it was like, what? Like the people are going in and like being abusive to their families or something, which might also be the case.
There might be some
know.
stereotypes associated with drivers of utes, but I don't think, no, that's not quite where
So environmental comes under social harm, does it?
Well, yeah, I mean, social harm, air pollution, like that's not good.
Oh, yeah, because that's going to cause like
everyone's breathing,
issues.
respiratory. Yeah,
okay,
it's
that
kind of
makes more sense.
how they have the major issues in China a lot of the time with fucking.
China doesn't have any issues.
There are no
China's
problems
perfect.
in China, Sing Say. And then I believe you've got another article here to reference.
Oh yeah, this is just one more
Australia.
yeah, well I just thought this fitted in with everything else, which was Albanese poised to kill off move to increase taxes on gas giants. Apparently it's going to help Australians somehow. I didn't actually read the article, but this I don't know, more or less. I guess we could read this in short. The ABC revealed last month Treasury had been asked to model options to get to levy gas company windfall profits. The Prime Minister is understood to be opposed to any such move on next month's budget, given the current fuel crisis. What's next? A Green-led Senate inquiry. The Greens. Green-led Senate inquiry continues to examine Australia's gas tax regime. So that's like.
Of course, it's only the Greens. The Greens are leading it.
Because I don't keep too much. I need to get more into Australian politics. But like, how is their system with like representation of alternative parties? Because I understand there's still very much in the two-party system.
Yeah. I know little bits and pieces. Like I've seen, I think we've covered articles here and on BHN of like certain regional laws that have been passed and things like that. But on a whole, I don't know a lot about the makeup of Australian Parliament. All I know is I do think we should copy them in that everyone has to fucking vote. And they often then end up just voting out a bunch of different prime ministers that suck. So, I'm sitting here looking at Christopher Luxon going, man, I wish we could roll you like Australia's rolled names off probably at least 6 or 7 that have been rolled in the last 10
Apparently
years
they're
or
still
something.
quite weak over there. But I think it's weird just how like we're like the opposite of like UK and Australia right now. They got like a Labour-led governments that are doing shit, and they're both looking like they might also be one term, which again is, I don't know, it's looking like the whole reaction to bad COVID governance is now getting a bad reaction in turn. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that, unfortunately. Also, Australia's got a lot going on in terms of their like increased hate of Palestinians because they've gone real pro-Israel, and I know there's a lot more Nazis there.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the polls. I don't know how Australia's doing, but I'm pretty damn sure that Labour's got their work cut out for them in UK if they want to get in next election, which is not looking good for them currently. So
I also just seen we got a recommendation to watch Punters Politics. I've just found it on YouTube, so thanks for that. It's Australian Politics channel, so good to have a recommend. Thank you for that.
Is that relevant to this?
Well, it's more just in if we want to learn more.
Oh,
about
like a channel.
Australian
Okay,
politics.
no,
It's
cheers.
an
I'll check
actual
that out.
yeah. So
we call
awesome.
it Punters
Politics. I've already subscribed, so I can
cool. I'm just putting
have
that
a
in there for
nose.
later.
Awesome. All right. Well,
bad
I
Albanese.
guess where are we going? Oh, okay. We've only got one more in. Well, actually, I don't know whether to put this in ugly or whether to put it in good because it could
It's
probably
like
be
that
both.
sometimes, but that's why I have the ugly. Ugly is just supposed to be, it's sort of in between bad and good, like usually. So if it's in between there, I put an ugly.
So I saw this and it kind of gave me a bit of a smile. Wairoa iwi seeks removal of Goldsmith as treaty negotiations minister. Hawke's Bay Post-Settlement Iwi Trust has written to the Prime Minister calling for the removal of Paul Goldsmith as the Minister of Treaty Negotiations. Iwi Trust Chairperson Pierre Munro told RNZ that Goldsmith should not have oversight of negotiations affecting Wairoa iwi after his decision to transfer 6 Department of Conservation reserves to a neighbouring iwi. Under Ngāti Ruapani mai Waikaremoana Settlement Bill, 6 reserves, Lake Waikaremoana, Mangaone, Pane Kirikiri, Tūtaimaro, Waihi South, Waikareiti, Rua, Ki holy shit, I haven't had to say this much Māori in ages. My tongue. Scenic Reserve would be transferred to the Te Uruera Board. Oh, that's where I fuck papa. Which Tato or Te Wairoa says would alienate them from Ngāti Kahungunu.
You should have got me to say that, and it would have been very funny.
I mean, you're more than welcome to.
No,
if you want
I
to
don't
go,
wanna.
like, let's do it. Or maybe that could be extra content.
No,
we'll
I
do
like
one
this
day.
one.
We'll just
Monroe.
get a bunch of.
I can say that.
It's all right. Maybe one day we'll I'll bring out a bunch of Māori words.
Oh,
and
we'll
just
do
get you to
that. We'll
pronounce
do
them.
that one day for a little,
Just as a
little
video.
short stream.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah. But yeah, so wrote to Luxon on April 2nd, seeking the removal of Goldsmith. Still waiting on a response. This bill, if it passes through, will alienate Te Rohi o Te Wairoa, Ngāti Kahungunu ki Wairoa from any further decision-making around those reserves. It will pass under Te Uruwera Board. We have no seat there. Ruapani does. The majority is held by Ngai Tūhoi. Munro said, through history and whakapapa, there was shared interest in the land among Ngāti Kahungunu ki Wairoa, Ngāti Ruapani, and Ngai Tūhoi. So,
I mean,
yeah,
Goldsmith's shit, so I don't
sucks.
see... He does suck.
I just want to see him removed in general. Not just for this iwi, but for all iwi, you know what I mean? Yeah. I almost kind of expected to see an iwi cheers forum, like, mentioned in there.
I think, because we kind of covered this last week, I think, and we played it, and it was like, was anyone in support of this? And it was like, no. So it's like, how good are you doing in your sort of relations as relations minister with you know, you listen to their concerns and no one supports it and you're like, oh, well, doing it anyway.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, that's this government through
the one thing in your job, you need to listen to these people and take in their concerns. You're like, what do they know?
Nah, fuck them. Bloody Mary's always complaining.
This is a free country, isn't it?
Alright. But yeah, that's enough on them. Let's get into our good news. I didn't watch the first one we're going to watch. So this will be fresh with you guys along with me. But
yeah,
I
this
did
one
see
just made me
the
happy.
title.
It was in a diamond in the rough that I saw last week.
Hey, diamond in the rough. I get it.
That was unintentional pun. Thank you. You paused
Play.
An injection to help short-nosed dogs breathe better has been developed by scientists in Melbourne. Described as being the opposite of Botox, it works by strengthening the airway muscles, as 9 News' Ollie Haig explains.
Meet Piglet, who used to be a grunty boy.
He essentially would develop quite a lot of noise associated with heavier activity.
Then there's Pugtato, the playful pug.
Struggled every day and that was really loud.
And Luna, who was also very noisy.
The guy in the room downstairs was complaining that he couldn't sleep.
But now you hardly hear a peep from them, thanks to a new treatment developed by biotech companies Snortox and RMIT University.
What it does is the opposite of Botox, and it makes the muscles at the floor of the mouth a little stronger.
The trial involved 6 dogs who struggled to complete a brisk 3-minute walk. First they were sedated before an injection was given under their tongue. After 10 days, owners began noticing change.
The dogs are happy, and that means the owners are happy.
Almost half of all pugs, French and British bulldogs suffer from BOAs, which impacts their ability to breathe, eat, exercise and sleep. In severe cases, the condition can also shorten their life up to 4 years. Most require surgery, but this could provide an alternative. It's expected trials will ramp up in the middle of the year, with the aim of eventually getting approved.
Oh, babies.
Yep.
Give me all of those babies right now. That's so cute.
I mean, again, this goes back into our favorite theme of humanity just fucking destroying everything it touches. This was our attempt at evolution.
I mean, yeah, well, because it's funny that that was there, because literally on Saturday, me and my best friend and his wife were having like a big conversation about, you know, how horrible it is that all these cute but suffering dogs, you know, have been bred like this.
Yep.
It's absolutely cool. Like, don't get me wrong, because like I love me a French bulldog.
Yeah.
They're so cute. But I'm also like, you poor fucking thing, every time I see them.
Well, because I've always wanted a pug, but I've always avoided it because I know they've got those health issues there that you really need to, and you know, I don't want to encourage that sort of breeding industry and stuff.
Oh yeah,
so
fuck
I'd
no.
only get one that would be.
I would
probably
never
like
buy
risky
a dog from a breeder.
Yeah, exactly.
Ever.
But because the thing I like about pugs so much, they're one of the most adaptable dogs you can get. They will adapt to virtually any lifestyle. I've seen pugs do so many things. It's crazy. They'll just that if you're the kind of person who's gonna lay there all day, watch TV, the pug will do that. The pug will learn to love you and do that with you. If you like walking, if you like surfboarding, if you like you know, skateboarding, hiking,
Oh,
any of these
skateboarding, dogs. I love watching the videos of dogs who can skateboard.
Exactly.
Because I can't.
And a pug will do that. A pug just wants to, you know, do things with you, and it'll learn to. It'll be like your little doppelganger, you know. So that's why I love a pug so much.
Your best friend.
But this would definitely allow me to be much more guilt-free. And
I'll have to send that. I'll have to make sure Tamith has seen that, because Biggie, her dog is.
Yeah.
Was he a bulldog? He's a bulldog.
Mm.
But
Anyway.
yeah, great to see that.
Yeah.
I like that. That was a great,
Feel-good story.
great story.
Thank you.
We got another good story here that it's a bit sad, but it is also good. So an Irishman has won the fight for residence after finding love with a Kiwi woman who later died of cancer. So within 2 years of arriving in New Zealand, an Irishman found a love that would come to define his life. He and his Kiwi partner shared a home, travelled overseas, adopted a puppy, and dreamed of opening a coffee shop. Friends described their relationship as close and committed, calling them soulmates and each other's one true love. But the future they imagined was tragically cut short. When the woman was diagnosed with terminal cancer, the man stood by her, caring for her through her final days. His earlier application for partnership residence was also being processed at the time. So after her death, Immigration New Zealand declined his application because it was no longer supported by an eligible New Zealand citizen partner, which I just think is so fucking heart-wrenching. Like, come on, guys. But yes, so he appealed to the Immigration and Protection Tribunal against the decision, claiming his circumstances are special and warrant an exception to the immigration's decision. He argued that his life and dreams, he and his partner, had remained rooted in New Zealand, and asking him to leave his home and community would be unfair and unjust. Totally. He and his partner had a genuine, stable relationship that was tested but strengthened by their partner's illness, which I will say, like, that's a true testament of love, because most often in circumstances where one partner gets a terminal illness, if it's the woman, very often the man leaves. It's really heartbreaking.
He was playing Long Kong. He just wants that green card.
Jesus, could you imagine? But yeah, so basically they finally turned around.
Okay, he did get approved.
Yeah,
cool.
he got approved. So cute, sweet story, but glad
Love
that he was
wins
able to stay
again.
here. Yeah, exactly. And then this is a good story as well. I saw the title, but I haven't watched this one. So
Quinoa.
Former soldier Shane Anderson is on a mission, but one quite different to what he faced when serving overseas. Now he's walking the length of New Zealand, hoping to confront the mental health struggles many veterans face and reconnect a new generation with support. Ryan Boswell reports.
Alongside State Highway 1, this former soldier's confronting his struggles one step at a time.
We get the hard times, we get the good times.
Shane Anderson served with the Army on peacekeeping missions in Tonga and East Timor in the early 2000s.
But what a peacekeeper's trained to do, first and foremost, is warfight.
Now he's walking the length of the country for mental health and for his mates who never made it home.
Just found myself in a bit of funny headspace and didn't really know what to do about it.
Over 6 months, he'll cover thousands of kilometres from Bluff to Kaitaia, stopping at RSAs along the way.
And I think a big backbone of strong veteran mental health is the RSA.
For him, they're more than clubs.
How are we, fellas?
Places where stories are shared and the younger generation can learn from the old guard.
They come home with things that they've seen, things that they've done, demons in their head. So it's important that these guys...
It's nice when you see that
men and women,
intergenerational
get it out there, get it
connection, you know? Just bridging the gap. You're muted.
I was saying, no, yeah, absolutely. I have to agree. Like, it's also like a great kind of way to see, you know, it's like a I guess like a tuakana or like a big brother, little brother relationship, you know.
It's just
where
so rare these days. It's not many.
Well, and that's why I really am loving this story.
Mm.
Actually seeing like men display, like, sure, it's not quite the get around a circle and divulge your deepest, darkest demons and therapy your way through it. You know, it's a
I
very
hate
different
those
form.
circle therapies. No,
It's very different form, but you know, getting together around some jugs of beer and talking out stuff that you don't feel like
I
you can
mean,
talk
you
to other
know,
people
sometimes it
about.
takes a jug of beer to, you know,
Yeah,
help
no,
get those
totally.
feelings out. So
Whatever works for them, eh?
Off your chest.
Shane has lived
Oh.
the reality of not doing that well.
Australia is a perfect example of how I self-sabotaged, actually.
After serving time for crimes including grievous bodily harm, he was deported back to New Zealand under Australia's 501 policy.
All my fault, but where's the veteran support and responses that I think should be in place to try and help prevent that?
The Defence Minister says he recognises the need to support the mental health and well-being of those who have
We
served,
recognise
saying
this.
support
But-
begins prior to civilian life. There's no single system for identifying veterans in distress, but this
Yeah.
can happen when former personnel engage with Veterans Affairs or the public health system.
So he's doing
So is
nothing.
he saying it's on them to do all this work and what you've also identified we don't have it maybe we should have something that kind of feeds those kind of things into it to then provide a wraparound care for, you know, people who are literally putting their bodies on the line and lives on the line. Like, that's insane. Absolute arsehole.
Shane journeys up the country, offers of food, somewhere to sleep, and many chats follow.
It makes me emotional, bro. Like, honestly, truly, it makes me emotional.
A long road ahead to remind others they don't have to walk alone. Ryan Boswell, One News.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what Pink said is more just, again, just sort of platitudes, just simple acknowledgement, but it doesn't really sound like he's doing much. Instead, their solution is, hey, let's give you a little bit of a break on fuel, I suppose. It's their big
Well, exactly.
idea.
That's it. Like,
Whilst
I
this guy's
mean-
doing this, he's fucking walking the entire country. So I don't think...
It's also like, I mean, I'm just thinking about, you know, I've got Chewy in my head right now. I'm sure
Right.
most of us do. Just talking about, like, you know, this is why they say lest we forget. It isn't just like, oh, remember the fact that they did the army and there were all these big guys with the pew pew guns. Like, also remember that we did not treat them well. We treated the two colors of our armies, military servicemen, very different, but neither of them got great, like, you know, the greatest care, like, deal of care or consideration or support to, like, you know, how do you go from, it's kind of similar to like being in prison. How do you go from being in prison to being outside again? How do you go from being in war and the army to returning to normal life where you don't have drill sergeants going at you, you don't have these things? It provides routine, it provides community, and then they've just got to somehow do all of that when they come home with the burden of their job literally giving them PTSD.
Yeah, and it doesn't just apply to army either. Like, this could be a pipeline not just for military veterans, but people who've just been in prison as well, which is another big area of people just struggling to readjust to regular civilian life, you know?
No, absolutely. Also, apparently, Big Ol' V, who met him, said he did try to ask Veteran Affairs for help, and they didn't help, which is no surprise to me either, because that was the other thing when he
That
said
was
that.
before
I'm like,
Pink joined, okay?
yeah, oh. Like, that's the thing. Going say, oh, go to the community mental health services. What, you mean the services that are overrun by literally every, like, a good portion of New Zealanders, did I say Magentas? Probably a good portion of Magentas too, actually. You know,
Magentas.
we've got at least 2 so far.
Yeah.
But no, it's just, it's ridiculous. There needs to be something that's, what is it? Targeted, timely. Oh, no, maybe not temporary, but we'll do the first 2. Like,
There's one
They
more in
deserve
there.
more. They deserve. Yeah, I know, but it's temporary, and I don't want to do that one.
Yeah. Also, by the way, I've always wanted to do this. Just walk like the country. Like that's just just another thing. And I just added this. This was going to be in our memes, but I thought it was just topical. So, this is apparently the slop that they've been giving to the
I've heard
U.S.
about
Navy.
this. They've been rationing.
Yeah, they're rationing, but they're denying that they're rationing too. So.
What the fuck? You wouldn't. That's not even enough food for a kid at school.
No.
Are you kidding
Look at
me?
that, a dry fucking burger patty
Like
and some rice.
this is like maybe daycare food levels at the most.
At least that kebab, that one kebab looks good. It's not enough, but I'd eat that.
It looks okay.
You know?
Yeah.
But that
with some dry, nasty looking
I don't know what
shitty
that is.
pasta. It's
Maybe
just pasta.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just spiral pasta.
But that
that's been
patty
overcooked.
is clearly dry and
Oh yeah, nah. And what's with that plain shitty rice as well? Like, where's my guys? They deserve some soy sauce or something. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You crazy?
So, you know, these governments always talk big games, like, you know, you gotta fucking support the troops. It's like, well,
yeah. But then they do nothing to fucking
it,
support
bitch.
them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
apparently
you know,
it's an old photo. but
okay. Well, there you go.
even if it is, the fact that it exists is pretty.
But I have mixed
damning.
feelings on military service altogether, but I don't think we should just treat them like shit, you know?
Fuck no.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're literally gonna ask them, like, you know, people go on and on about how like strippers sell their bodies. So do people who serve in the military.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
literally
you're
selling
selling
their bodies to be either fodder for some war or
tools of an imperialist state that are driven
Yeah.
by capitalist interests. So
can be used to commit genocide in different countries, you know, all that stuff, all that fun, cool shit. All right,
we
we're
love fun here.
How did we make the positive
we
news
made
not
it.
positive,
We made
guys?
the happy
fucked it
news
up.
downer, but don't
well,
worry,
we're
we got
going
plenty of
into
meme news.
We got
so-
some meme stuff, and I know we've got some funs at the end, so we'll bring it back. We'll bring it back. This
I think you did
first
it with
one.
Zoidberg there. You went whoop, 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 whoop,
Whoop, whoop, whoop, whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Anyway.
Let's not do an echolalia chain.
No.
I believe this is your one.
This is pretty self-explanatory. U.S. millionaire big game hunter dies after being crushed by elephants. So it's
Rip.
You know, the elephants are rising up finally, just like the whales are.
To be fair, the elephants have been rising up for a little while. Do you remember that lady who got killed by an elephant who found her and trampled on her dead body after he had already killed her?
No.
Oh, you didn't hear about that story? It was on
I don't
7
remember
days.
that one. Maybe I do.
It was years ago.
When I thought of this one, I just thought of who was it? Cecil the lion, I think, that got gunned down by that big game hunter millionaire as well.
Vaguely sounds familiar.
Yeah, well, it was like a recently released lion from like a wildlife preserve or something that had been released in the wild, and you know, this guy went and shot him, and everyone's like, they killed Cecil. An American millionaire big game hunter has died after being crushed by a group of elephants during a hunting expedition in Gabon. Ernie Dossio, a 75-year-old, whoa, fucking, you know, old hunter, old vineyard owner, was hunting yellow-backed duke. Oh my, I don't even know how to say that. Diuca?
I don't even know what that is. Some Google.
I don't know, antelope. It says an antelope species.
Those fucking things.
Yeah.
They're cute.
In the Central African county of Gabon, when the incident occurred last Friday. I'm saying this horribly. What? That's better. Thank you very much. Oh, much better to read. Whilst I can't even say that. Whilst in the rainforest, he and his guide unexpectedly came across 5 female elephants accompanied by a calf. Oh, that's what happened. It's the calf. They're protecting the calf.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers will go crazy.
Yeah, don't fuck with the babies.
No, don't fuck with the babies. Let's see. So, it just sounds like they went in the wrong place in the wrong time. But, you know what? You probably got what was coming to you, ultimately.
It's probably just hunting them for fucking ivory
Yeah,
or
I mean,
some shit.
the hunter became the hunted. So.
Right? Oh, no. He fucked around and found out.
I mean, he's 75. He had a good life.
Yeah, I mean, he had a good run. Good run.
Yeah. And plus, now all his kids get his money.
So this next story that we're going to go into. So, actually, I haven't told you. I made it. I had an idea, right?
Okay.
So after, did you watch Friday's show by chance?
I watched probably about half of it. So here's the thing: I was hanging out in VC. It was very quiet, and I was very
I saw
tired.
you guys all left by the time I finished the show.
I fell asleep. I literally,
Aw.
I don't know what it was. Something was very loud. Oh, that's right. It was when your guest joined. Her mic was so loud, and it woke me up.
Right. That's hilarious.
I was literally in
after,
VC just.
After we were speaking to Evie about, how she does her videos and how she kind of doesn't feel safe, to be honest, to do New Zealand-based content, because let's be honest, she's a pretty woman. Someone will try and do something horrific. So I figured I'm going to. So I've started I've already got like about 7 pages of research. So I'm doing a deep dive on Luxon, and holy shit, man, I've found some shit. Like I'm so confused on some of the things I found, but this was one of them that I thought we'll just talk about now for funsies. It's this weird article from 2020. National Party's Chris Luxon on God, John Key, ambition, and sniffing capsicums. Which I was like, what?
Guys are always so fetishistic.
Yeah, so Christopher Luxon was locked away from media late last year after bungling a few interviews. Wow, what a surprise.
Yeah.
Now he's allowed back out and spoke to Weekend Hear It All to set the record straight about his religious beliefs, being headhunted by marijuana companies, his similarities to John Key, and whether he's instant leader material. Can you guys guess if he was? So, obviously they're talking about John Key. It says, the capsicums entered the interview as part of a small test to assess just how similar they were. Would you wander around the Porirua market sniffing vegetables? Luxon is asked. This was something Sir John Key did back in 2007 before he was famous.
Before they were famous.
Nobody was talking to him, and he wandered around sniffing vegetables, broccoli, a spring onion, a pumpkin.
Okay.
Was it? This is an article they bothered to
Right. If this guy's going around sniffing all my fucking wares, I'd be like, look, you gotta buy something.
Luxon was overseas at the time, so does not know this. Why would I sniff vegetables? Because guess what? Yeah, he didn't live here for a good portion of his life. He is told Key has done so. He is mates with Key and clearly doesn't want to hang him out to dry.
An article? What is this?
No, this is real. This is what I mean. I found some weird shit when I started deep diving, okay? Well, I'm not going to sniff vegetables. There is a laugh. Then... well, you could do. I mean, it depends what sort of vegetable it is, right? So what vegetable would he sniff? I'd probably sniff a capsicum. Those sort of things. I sniff a lot of fruit.
They're not
What else
particularly
should I be
pungent.
sniffing? I know. But then also, I sniff a lot of fruit. What else should I be sniffing?
Like, is this what he wants when he fucking complains about the media being mean to him and... Like, I need you to fucking talk about what vegetables I should sniff. Please, more quirky things like this.
I feel bad because Big Olvie just left. And she missed out on some fun. He then reveals a secret, a weakness. He has a very bad sense of smell because of allergies he had as a child. It's not the type of interview he's used to. He described it at one point as quite random. Part of this is his own fault. Luxon had begun the interview by asking for the reporter's life story. So, yeah, when I was doing some diving, this is what I found.
I guess he's come a long way then, since he doesn't seem to start with that in his interviews anymore. That was his first lesson. Don't ask the life story. It's exactly normal rich people behavior. Sniff the vegetables.
Yeah.
Wait.
I think that the vegetables should file a restraining order.
I don't know a single person that I don't think that sniffed a fucking vegetable
Magenta,
in my life.
have you been sniffing melons? And are those the kind of rock type or the human type? I need to know.
I was going to say citrus, but that's a fruit.
Or honeydew?
Like fruits, I would smell like orange and like, but that's just because citrus is such a nice.
Oh, citrus fruits smell fucking great.
Yeah, but they're fruits, not vegetables. So.
Yeah, I'm like trying to think of a vegetable I would sniff.
I guess he did say I sniff a lot of fruit, so maybe. Yeah.
I guess you'd sniff them if you're trying to figure out if they've gone off or something. Like, I don't know. Weird.
We're talking so much about the Prime Minister sniffing things.
Well, and this is the thing. This is okay. Do you know what what's worse? There's a reason we're reading this on archive.ph because this was behind a paywall. They wanted you to fucking go behind a paywall by what
Also, how does this titled? Yeah, like this is garbage based on the title. Like Chris Luxon on God, John Key. Like there must be a bigger article than this, right? Surely. Like, that can't be it. Like, that barely covered John Key or God or his ambitions.
Yeah, well, Claire Trevett is the New Zealand Herald's political editor based in Parliament. Okay. She started in 2003 and joined the press gallery in 2007. And in 2020, after 17 years of journalism, 17 years of journalism, this is what she's putting out in 2020. When we were literally about to go into COVID. Like, this is a month before the COVID lockdowns. And this is on publicly funded news.
Let's move on from this shit.
Yeah. It was a crazy thing when I found it, and I thought you guys might enjoy having a laugh. Ooh.
Yeah, this one I
probing
just thought was
Uranus.
Exactly.
Nice.
Astronomers probe Uranus for hidden moons, which
let's go.
I thought this was right up Shane Jones's alley. So he
I was gonna say they did this. They surely did this on purpose. My God, moons, anus. Like, come on.
I mean, yeah. Should we read it? I guess we can. Uranus has 13 known rings, but the two outermost ones called the Mu and the Nu rings have long puzzled scientists. New observations combining data from the James Webb Telescope with older data from the Hubble Telescope and the Keck Observatory, the fuck, like Kekistan, have given astronomers the clearest look yet at these rings, and what they found raises more questions than answers. Ooh. The Mu ring is blue because it's made of tiny water ice particles. Much like the ring around Saturn, it is fed by geysers? Is that what that's... What's a geyser? I don't know. Is that a typo? You're muted, by the way.
I didn't realize I was muted. It's a geyser.
Oh, my goodness. See, I'm doing horrible tonight. I can't read any language. I do geyser. I'm a geyser. Am I a geyser?
I can continue if you want.
Yes,
I think you're a geyser.
I'm a geyser.
A geyser's on one of its moons. Scientists have traced Uranus's Mu ring back to small 12-kilometer wide moon called Mab. But that's strange because most of Uranus's other inner moons are rocky and dusty, not icy. The Nu ring I'm pretty sure the Nu ring is the same name as a female contraceptive. So this is throwing me off. By contrast, has reddish tint. Oh my God, the Nu ring has a reddish tint. Scruffador, you're a girl. Can you please confirm this for me? Can you do some Googling? Love you, girl. Has a reddish tint and contains carbon-rich organic compounds, the kind typically found in the cold outer solar system. Researchers believe this ring is being fed by unseen moonlets. Small moons we haven't yet discovered, getting pelted by tiny space rocks and shedding dust.
I want some moonlets.
Is that like, I feel like is this a meme? This doesn't feel real. I feel like we must just, I feel like I'm being pranked right now.
I mean, I haven't verified
Guys,
this. I just thought this was funny. So this could all be bullshit. It is pretty funny,
but I'm like, the way that they're describing...
They've credited it. NASA, ECA, CSA, and STSD. It's quite close to STD, but...
Uranus currently has 29 known moons, but the evidence from these rings strongly suggests more are hiding in plain sight. Scientists say a dedicated spacecraft mission to Uranus will likely be needed to solve these mysteries.
Look, it doesn't matter if this is a meme or not. I lost all credibility the moment I said geysers.
Yeah, as soon as you said geysers, it was over.
Yeah, my career is over.
Right? I do good English, guys. I swear. I swear. I keep fucking muting so I can cough. Germany unveils strategy for becoming Europe's strongest military by 2039.
Oh, you haven't changed it.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah, I just thought this one was a bit. My eyes popped out of this one with the title specifically. I haven't read the rest of the article, but
yeah, no, my brain goes, huh?
Well, because you know what that is the anniversary of.
Wow, okay, so Germany revealed a package of foundational strategic documents for its armed forces on Wednesday, including the country's first standalone military strategy, a new capability profile, a personnel growth plan, and redesigned reserve strategy. The most comprehensive overhaul of Bundeswehr planning in decades.
That was very well said. That's more or less.
I did take German in high school, so. Defense Minister Boris Pistorius first announced the package at the annual Armed Forces Conference in November, framing the plans as a historic turning point, hopefully in the right direction. Defense leaders presented the finished documents to lawmakers this week, offering unclassified outlines for public consumption at an April 22nd press conference. Oh, that would have already happened.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Maybe it's delayed. But yeah, who can blame them? You know,
interesting. I guess we'll keep our eyes on Germany.
Yep. Keep your eyes on Germany, but you know, with fucking Uncle Sam not coming to the rescue anymore, basically saying that they're not like, I don't blame them for building up their military. You know.
Yeah. Nah.
Ultimately.
Neither. And in this last memey news we have, I found this today when I was just on our YouTube account, because again, we got a very different algorithm to what I'm used to.
Okay.
And I'm hoping this isn't going to get us fucked over too much. I'm going to show some of it. There is a new scary movie coming out, guys. I don't know if you guys knew this. I didn't know
Didn't
this,
it
but
already come out? Or maybe it was the Scream movie.
it might be already out.
No, this was 4 days ago.
No,
Okay,
yeah,
I must
June
be thinking of
5th.
the Scream movie.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense. Scream movies out, scary movies coming out, like, so yeah, just thought we'd watch a tiny bit. It's obviously referencing the new Michael movie. I'll talk over bits if it's too much. Sounds like we might get copyright.
It was the 100-year anniversary. If anyone knows about that, by the way.
Oh, 100th anniversary of what?
Oh, World War II. More the invasion of Poland. I was just pointing out.
Oh. I don't have the autism. You have to tell me that directly.
Yeah. No, that's 100 years since the invasion of Poland, which many would call the start of World War II. But
yeah, that's a bit terrifying. I also realize this music probably is going to get us in trouble, but yes, something for people to be aware of. And it's great to see. Honestly, I'm just living for all of this, like, millennial comeback nostalgia content that we're getting at the moment. Like, I feel like we need this now more than ever, with the world feeling like a meme.
Didn't they make another one of these like recently? I never watched it. I heard it was kind of shit. But
I mean, not that I was aware of, but like, I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, they were always crap anyway, so it's not like this was like
I love the scary movies.
Yeah, me too.
When he gets smoked by the weed plant, like,
it
was over for me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
When she starts singing, not singing. She starts speaking English, in I think was it Scary Movie 3 or 4. And
all the aliens who pee out their fingers.
Oh, there's so many like things.
Oh,
horribly insensitive films.
I miss parody films, if I'm honest.
Too.
I do. I that small, like, wow, I guess it wasn't that small. Like that decade of time where it was just all, like, including Vampires Suck, which was the worst parody movie ever made.
I didn't see
but you know, it's the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, I either stopped at that one or the next one. I don't remember which one.
To be fair, epic
first.
movie was like, that was the one where they were
You
like
liked
Narnia
that one?
based. Yes.
Right.
I watched that with my grandmother. She bought me the DVD.
Okay.
She probably didn't like it. But
I would have
fucking
said
did.
that was rock bottom for me.
I think it was
disaster movie.
Kind of,
it's disaster movie I'm thinking of.
Okay. Yeah, disaster movie. Nah, that was.
Well, that one literally. So I know one of the worst things about that one is they included movies that hadn't even been released yet. So they were parodying movies that hadn't come out.
They were getting too far ahead of things rather than coming out at the
Then we're trying to do like a
just
South
behind.
Park or something. Like we want to be so on it. We're going to be so relevant, and that made them completely irrelevant. So.
Oh, but yes, that just gives me a little bit of comfort in these trying times.
Can't believe we're shilling scary movie. Let's move.
It's fine. We're going to a PSA next.
Okay.
So this was actually posted in the BHN Discord, but there's going to be a Save Moana March in 23rd of May. So a bit of time ahead. So I thought I'd just let people know. And it's obviously to promote banning of bottom trawling and seabed mining, as well as one of our own. Yes, it is. One of our own in the BHN Discord is also looking for face painters between 11 a.m. and 11:45. So if you're keen, head on over to the BHN Discord and check that out in the Auckland thread. And yeah, thought I'd just let people know that that's going on. And if you want to help out, you can connect with one of the BHNers and give them a hand. I will just open up what Rogers has here for us. Oh, yes, I've seen this video. I'll wait for him to come back, though. Oh, what am I going to buff with, guys? Oh, nice. That was quick. The distant laugh of just...
I just realized that could be interpreted wrong.
Yeah, that's why I made the joke of that was fast.
Okay.
All right, let's move into this next video because I have seen this next video.
Yeah,
and I fucking love it.
People who don't know, this is the guy that would stop the school shooter. If no one saw that viral video, he came out and he like tackled the dude and disarmed him before he even managed to do anything. So
if this is the TikTok I've seen, hopefully they'll have that clipped in there.
I don't think this one does, but it was pronounced prom king or homecoming king, whatever the freaking.
Oh yeah, probably won't put that up too loud. Yeah, and well, also not only did he get crowned prom king, they brought his wife out and made her prom queen, and then he made all the attention to be about his wife instead, because he's that kind of, oh, look at him, so cute. I also just love the way those kids are hyping him up, because like, you know,
I'd
kids
be stoked.
well, they literally saved, like, he'd saved their lives. You know, there are some of them that would not be here without his you know, swift action. So like, shout out to them for really honoring him in a very sweet way.
Let's hope this also cured bullying, and they invited everyone who was socially ostracized as well.
Oh, they probably invited them, but they were so probably socially awkward, they probably didn't go.
Yeah.
Cameroon.
Well, this is
I
just
have no
a
idea
girl who goes to get a hug from the Pope. Security tries to stop her. Could you imagine she blew up right now?
But also, this fucking media train guy just instantly switches into fucking PR mode. Fucking, this is what happens when your Pope is American.
Kiss my baby.
Also, I don't know about you guys, but when I saw a child running towards someone who's Catholic, I didn't exactly get excited. I got scared. So, I'm sure that's probably supposed to be cuter than it comes across to me.
He's one of the good ones.
We have a few hot takes, so do we want to jump into them straight away?
Yep.
Do your bump here.
I will do
bump
that
it.
Bumper. Bumper.
Bump it.
3, 2, 1.
Bump it.
That's the hottest sauce out there. I have a high tolerance for heat. It's interesting. I'm in extreme pain.
I'm just going to start giving my hottest takes.
All right.
So I see we're getting Winnie P.
Yeah, we got Mr. P here.
Yeah.
So what do you call
Today
his
is nothing but
console?
a shallow shadow of their former selves. The Green Party today is nothing but a shallow shadow of their former selves. They don't talk about the environment anymore.
What do you mean?
They don't care about nor do they understand the reality of their economic and social future as a country. They care more about gender, wokeness, unicorns.
The pot says to the kettle.
War
It's like, bitch, you're the one that's non-stop talking about wokeness and fucking gender.
Who put a bill into the fucking biscuit tin about that shit, bro?
I know.
Also, just like, they don't talk about the environment anymore. How many times have I heard the Greens talk about the environment this year? Tiano Tuion will literally put forward a bill to recognize whales as, like, as individual beings.
Yep.
Like...
Yep.
We've been going against banning fucking seabed mining and trawling, and we never stop fucking talking about the environment. All we've done is switch it to be like, hey, you guys realize you're connected to the environment, eh?
Yeah, well, I mean,
that's it.
I don't even necessarily think that's true. I think they've always had an essence of, hey, it's not just the environment. A lot of these things, these social issues, interconnect.
Oh yeah, I think the communication is getting a lot more succinct on the messaging aspect. Is more what I guess I'm trying to say.
Yeah, because we even saw last week. I think Chloe was talking about electrifying, like that's
electrifying the country.
It's more specific towards the energy grid, but she's discussing environmentalism.
She's also even talked about like getting into having lumber mills, then paper processes. So like also that kind of stuff, sustainable living and shit.
Yeah.
We also happily do that. Like, God.
Yeah, and this is, I don't know why this is like a new weird, not just right but centrist sort of attack against the Greens that I hear a lot from a lot of different sort of side parts of the aisle, just saying, hey, they should stick to environment, just that's their thing, just stick to the environmental issues. It's like, why? Like, people don't just vote for them just for that. Like, they're gonna they're gonna campaign on what's politically relevant to them and their supporters. So
it's just typical when he's saying whatever works for his shit.
And if you want more nichely focused parties that just focus on the environment, lower the threshold.
On the other side of the world that they know nothing about. The Green Party just 20 years ago is more from an environmentally focused party with some values to back it up to a valueless, rudderless party.
Yeah.
There is a nice comment below him that I would like to just slightly highlight. Just I think it's the top one. Yeah, it's this one. I don't even know where to start with this. Greens have been doing, Greens have for a long time now been had a comprehensive policy framework that extends beyond environmentalism. So I don't get what Winston is talking about, like it's a recent invention. Greens talking about the war is bad when he, but is it bad when he can't? When he can, it's okay. Fuck you, mate. You're the leg humping. You're the leg humping the Trump administration. You've also talked about it being a possibility for dedicating military resources to defend the strait. If asked by the Americans, who made you the war expert? You drunk fuckwit. Blah 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 blah. Just go to bed and you can't. Honestly, I'm sick of hearing from you. Yeah.
And I agree with the comment underneath it. He's been given a script of populist Mountain Tui, of populist lines on the Green Party, and you can see him read it off the script. Yep.
Boy, I can't talk today. Anyway.
It's alright.
What am I doing?
You're pretty, so you can
get
away with
on
it.
A show?
Right. Nah, we're just here for your good looks. That's
exactly.
it.
Thank you.
You're just meat. RFK Jr., a Democratic senator, claimed it's mathematically impossible to have a drug...
Just listen to him say it. He says all this.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I see.
48 seconds.
Oh my god, okay. Let's put this guy up, I guess.
I was reminded when the president was speaking of a conversation that I had yesterday with one of the Democratic senators.
Ugh.
Who was questioning me during the hearing, and she was ridiculing President Trump for his math, and she was saying it's mathematically impossible to have a drug drop by 600% cost, which he had claimed. And I said, well, if the drug was $100 and it raised the price to $600, that would be a 600% rise. Up from 600 to 100, that's a 600% saving. And the president
completely wrong.
Mathematical device to illustrate the magnitude of the theft.
That's it.
That has been happening against our country.
We can stop him there.
dead.
All right. You're muted.
I was just saying, oh look, it stopped itself. I was reading the comments. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. But we do
was-
have someone's already done the work here and
Yes,
actually calculated it for us, which I thought I would highlight as well, just for those curious about how the math actually works here. Which is
Oh, okay. This is
my
not.
God, that's hard to
Hold
read.
on, I'll see if I can open this image and do it on a different tab.
Okay.
Oh no, Reddit's
Control
just gonna
plus?
be a. Yeah, we're gonna try, but we'll see how it goes. Nah, I knew it was gonna do that.
Damn it.
Always
All right.
does this fucking
Do you want to
shit
just
with
read
oh,
it?
mobile yeah, so a price going from 100 to 600 would be an increase of $500. That's 500%. Price going from 600 to 100 would be a decrease of 500. 500 is about 83.3% of 600. Press Trump's assertion that the drop is 600% incorrect.
I mean, these are the people running the most powerful, allegedly.
And if I
country in the
remember
world,
correctly,
so-
I saw Laura did some math in the Discord. I think they'd owe you about $3,000 or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
that would.
actually.
Yeah, if it was decrease, if it's less than 100, that means more than 100 in decrease. That means they're paying
Yeah,
you.
it's money back. Yeah,
It's money back. Yeah.
It's not only a money back guarantee. It's six times your money back guarantee.
Which I'm not going to complain about. Like,
Oh
fuck
fuck no!
yeah.
As a
Give
consumer,
me
it's
that
like if you
shit.
want to give, it's like extreme. If extreme couponing was real,
Yeah, can we actually put this man in charge of like social security and stuff like that?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, that's right. My TikTok is next. Hopefully.
All right.
This will
We love TikTok.
open better than that did. Yeah.
Oh, you're gone. You hang up? They hung up. All right. Well, I guess I'll be doing the TikTok then. Whilst it's just me. Magenta's gone. All right. Here's TikTok. I have not watched this yet, so I have no clue what we're getting. It's muted.
Refueling all private jet planes, right? So there's all these private jet planes, like parasitic billionaires coming into Queenstown. It's like we just go, we're not going to give you any jet fuel because we need to keep it all ourselves because there's a global fuel shortage and we need to keep it for what's important. And it is not private jet planes of billionaires.
So that should be a part of the Phase 1 framework.
I think so. We should
Private
just stop
jets.
refueling private jets. Like, what do they
Hell
add
yeah.
to society? I mean, they want to go on a holiday, like to go skiing in Queenstown. It's like, yeah, well, too bad. We're not going to give you any jet fuel.
Sorry.
I mean, I've prepared...
That's all right. That's all right. I was ready to keep going without you.
Hell. Oh. Wow. That
And
quick
I
to
was-
move on.
Say
Fuck.
I'm enthusiastic almost. But no.
Wow. But yeah, I've already listened to it, so at least you guys got to hear it.
But we more or less got the gist of it just there, which was, I fucking agree with this guy. Same thing, remember the Greens, again, on climate policy, strangely
Yeah.
enough, proposed a private jet fuel tax. So if anyone recalls, I think it was 2 years ago, it might have been last year. But yeah, who is this guy?
I think it's it at the front, at the top of the. I'm pretty sure they put his
Yeah.
name.
Oh, well.
At the top.
I
of
like
it.
him.
I can share my screen.
Yeah, you can go
now
back to
if
doing
you
it.
want.
Absolutely.
where's my- Don't know what happened there, but hey.
I
it's
am the
fine.
limelight.
But let us listen to some more. How to take.
If Jake Paul ever actually runs for president, the only viable option to run against him is going to be Hassan Piker. Hassan Piker is then going to say, I don't want to run for anything. And here's the thing about me. First of all, I don't fucking care. Second of all, aren't you a socialist? So why are you putting your own desires over what the population needs? Sorry. But if Jake Paul runs, our hand is forced. We keep showing up to the gunfight with fucking pocket knives. It's time to bring out the Smith & Wesson. First of all, we've already locked in the vote of every woman.
But I mean, for the extra context for that, we don't need to listen to the rest of it. Apparently, in March, Donald Trump publicly endorsed Paul for future political career during a Kentucky rally, predicting that he will run in the not too distant future. Hence her being like, okay, if this is gonna happen, well, I guess we're gonna have to pull out the big guns.
I mean,
And I couldn't
there's
agree more.
a lot of asterisks there, which, look, ultimately with most, it depends if he goes through the Democratic Party or goes third party independent. Who knows? Maybe he'd have a shot if he went independent, but I almost guarantee he goes Democratic route. He gets rolled through their shitty Democratic system, just like they've done with every other popular candidate that goes through the Democratic Party. They just wind up picking their own shitty candidate, and you get the whole fucking same issue all over again when no one votes.
To be
for the
fair,
shitty
Americans
candidate,
just need to learn that they can vote independent.
I know, but like,
It's like, come on,
well,
guys,
it's the worst argument over there because they do have the spoiler effect, unfortunately, but you know, and people who go independent and advocate for third parties say you're taking the vote away, blah, blah, and it's true, unfortunately, because their system and their system's
if enough
rigged.
people are courageous enough to do it, it won't matter. Because if you get
I know.
I mean, to be fair, they
agree.
also have the electoral college, which is kind of like an entirely rigged system anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
And there was another issue with their debates as well, their official debates, where you need a certain percentage, in the polls or whatever to even get on stage.
Weird fucking rules and shit.
I'm not saying he wouldn't necessarily be a popular candidate, but the odds are ultimately stacked against him, unfortunately.
I mean, the odds are stacked against most Americans. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of really where it falls. All right, where do we want to jump into? Do we want to do some of your extras, or do we want to?
Well, I just wanted to say something about the time. I understand we're probably going to be cutting it very close. I'm happy to go way over tonight because I know BHN's pre-recorded. So if anyone wants to go there, feel free to go. But you know, it's a pre-recorded show tonight, so you're just gonna be chatting to people in the chat, so I don't mind.
I mean, I don't have to jump off at 9 o'clock.
Cool.
So you're the one who has a job you have to go to. So.
That's true, but you know,
it's always up to you in that terms.
I
don't have a bedtime like you do.
True.
I should, but I don't.
We'll come back to some of these extra takes, maybe, shall we? At the end.
All right.
We'll just do a couple of memes and stuff.
All right, I have no idea what our memes are.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I just thought this was the best photo I have ever seen of Trump in my life. There's been a few contenders, but this one was just like, look at his eyes.
Oh my
They're
Lanta.
completely going in multiple directions. Like,
I don't like that. I'm going to find the next one.
Yeah.
I want
Greenland. I want to take Greenland. No. Wait. Help bomb Iran. No. Like, that's pretty much how it's gone.
Oh my god. Reddit is some
more Pope
horrible
stuff.
fucking UI shit going on.
Yeah, well, that's why I use old Reddit. I hate the new Reddit UI.
It's probably because it's just optimized for mobile.
Probably.
It's always because of mobile.
Yeah.
Never seen someone get excommunicated by a community note. Readers added context.
Oh, hold up. They said, I am a Catholic. This is not my Pope. That's what they said.
Oh, yes. You are not a Catholic if you do not accept the Pope, but rather a schismatic. Ooh. Canon 751. Schism is the refusal of submission to the Supreme Pontiff, i.e. the Pope.
Yep.
And then they've linked the Vatican archive. Oh, that's funny.
You're out. Shame. I mean, they're right. That's what the whole fucking church revolves around, is accepting the Pope as God on earth or whatever. God's incarnation on earth. Some
oh,
bullshit
is that
like
how it rolls?
Yeah,
I don't
essentially.
know, man.
He's
Religions
like,
do weird shit. I can never keep up.
Yeah. This is me. My bank called me, sir, do you go to a Domino's at midnight 3 days in a row in Florida? Me, yeah. Bank. All right, then. And that's more or less me too, but just not at Domino's. It's just the local fucking takeouts.
Burger joint or whatever.
Yeah, White Lady or something.
Hunger Burger.
Yeah, Hunger Burger. Hunger Burger is the
good.
cheap option if I'm,
Well, that's why I like it, because it's cheap.
It's
good.
It's cheap and
really
good.
For how cheap it is.
Exactly. You're
like,
and the
I
preachers
got
are
that
massive.
after exactly. Like, I went to My Chemical Romance, and we had only eaten like the fish burger and stuff that we'd gotten when we first got to the concert. So when I got into town, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so hungry," and it was so filling for like what, $13 or $14, something crazy cheap like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like baked and high, it's like the perfect.
Oh, I didn't have my weed on me.
Or whatever. Well, speaking of weed, girls who do coke versus girls who smoke weed.
Hell yeah!
Oh, wait, there we go.
You fucking know
I
it.
mean, those weed girls, they get shit done.
Hey, the weed smoking girlfriends is a meme for a reason, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta fucking hate how TikTok keeps trying to make me open the app. It's like, I don't want you to open the app. I want you to open the fucking web browser. So I can watch TikTok like an old person.
I took the drugs and the drugs are working. And the drugs are working. I took the drugs and the drugs are working. Took the drugs are working. And the drugs are working. I took the drugs and the drugs are working. And the drugs are working.
I want whatever drugs this cat's
Did you
on.
see that kitty cat that was in like to get neutered and it escaped and it was still drugged at the time, but it made after like a couple of days it made its way all the way back to its owner.
Oh, poor drugged baby.
I know, he just wanted to keep his testicles.
I mean, you know what? I
think he just wanted his
respect
owner,
that.
honestly.
Yeah, he's probably like, what are they doing? These weird strangers doing shit to me. Oh, I see. Now we're going back to Reddit.
Yeah,
Auckland Reddit.
This one I think was today or yesterday I saw this pop up.
Oh, what's this sound?
Clever to get into university.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I'm sure you school kids have to be clever to get into university, but do any of you know what the word obnoxious means? It means you do not know what's going on around you. Your faces are in your phones and you got headphones
No,
on. You actually all do not know what's going on around you. Just gotta let you know, and I'm videoing this because it's fucking hilarious.
Oh my god! Do you know the definition of obnoxious while he's being the definition of obnoxious?
I know, it's great, right? And I pulled up the definition from Merriam-Webster. It's odiously or distinguishably objectionable, i.e. highly offensive, exposed to something unpleasant or harmful, I think that's this guy, or deserving of censure. So
What, so them looking at their phones and minding their own business is... Oh my god! This is like the most cringe millennial posting bullshit.
I know,
what
but
the fuck?
here's the thing too. I realized, I didn't realize, but I thought when I'm watching it, it's like I do this as I use my headphones and my smartphone as a social tool to just shut out people in public that I don't want to fucking pay attention to.
It's like I've got my own shit going on. Leave me alone.
Like a lot of the time I can hear people, like I'll hear the fucking scooter behind me dinging, but I'm just going to pretend I'm looking at my phone and I can't hear them ringing their bell over my headphones because I'm like, oh, fuck you, go around, get off your scooter and walk.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not moving out of the way. You don't have right away here, you know, that shit. Or I hear someone obnoxious coming down the street and I'm like, I'm just going to ignore them and put their headphones on. So there's a good chance a lot of these people can actually hear him and what he's saying. They're just like, shut up, you fucking doofus.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Like, sure, maybe if this was at a like uni open day and no one was interacting with each other, maybe try to encourage them. But what the fuck, man, you weirdo?
Yeah.
Just weird. I bet you that guy doesn't know how to make a woman come. I'd bet money on that. Oh, fucking hell, not this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was actually going to watch a video about him today, but I hadn't got
There's been
quite
a few
around
of
to it.
these.
Yeah, it's because he's a fucking sexual predator and a fucking rapist.
Who are we
That's
talking
why.
about here? Which one?
I'm obviously talking about Russell Brand.
Okay, because
that is so fair. That is so fair.
I felt more bad because partly because we're having to bring on fucking Piers Morgan. I hate every time I have to ever watch a Piers Morgan thing. But whatever, this was embarrassing enough that I wanted to bring it up.
All right.
I go back to asking you a question about your Bible.
Yes, if you want to.
Thank you. Was that the one you took into court?
You're the very one.
Okay. What was your thinking of taking it into court? And what you were seeing, looking at some passages, what were the relevant passages for you?
All right. Thank you for asking me.
Thank you. That didn't hurt, did it?
A little bit. It was this from Isaiah.
Hurt his feelings.
You're right. Bear did say, be chilled. Sometimes I lose the chill, man.
Thou shalt be chilled.
He's trying not to swear.
Well, it's
just
Piers
like-
Morgan uncensored.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why is he trying to censor himself?
I don't know.
Oh, God. Are you telling me he has this whole thing that he's supposed to be referencing, but he hasn't got like a fucking, what do you call it, post-it note or?
I think that's the tell. He didn't fucking have anything probably that he was referencing. I think it was just a political show tool. Like, look how religious I am. Sympathize for me, because that's the only people who are gonna fucking give a shit about him now. Is just you know, the religious zealots.
I know, right? Oh my, like how long is this?
In the old gallery, but remember you just said it's a
Now I'm kind of curious
spot.
how long ago.
This is from Isaiah.
He found it.
Actually, you know what it is? This is me when I had a point and I kind of forgot it halfway through my foo-foo rant. And then I'm like, fuck. And then I find a way to pick it back up again.
This is me looking through the fucking show notes going, I had this thing at some point.
Right. Oh, literally, actually, I was doing that at my best friend's house too. We were talking about something and I was like, wait, we talked about this on AT. So I opened up the fucking Google Docs and was trying to like...
Control F, keyword.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it wasn't that one.
He's still going. Oh my god, he turns them so slowly. Imagine not having ADHD.
Man, I'm not to the market before.
Oh.
Like, you'd almost
This
think this
feels
is
like
a thing.
SNL. This has to be SNL.
Like, this is the funniest thing he's ever done as a comedian.
Right? I mean, fuck, get him to the Greek. This is comedy.
The verse that I was looking at that day was not this. I can't actually.
Oh my
I
god!
can't actually find the verse that I had that day. But this is good enough.
A minute 50.
This is good enough.
A minute 50.
This one will do.
Oh my god. That is just.
Maybe he's not entirely sober.
I don't even know if that has anything to do with being sober. More just being a fucking absolute con man.
Yep. Yeah.
Like,
there's another one where he's like being offended as to like what denomination he is. I didn't pull that one, but like he was just freaking out because Pierce was like, "What denomination are you?" He's like,
"Oh my god!"
How dare you
I
ask
found
this?
an article called "Russell Brand finally finds Bible verse after life stumble."
Oh, thank
Hold
goodness.
on, we've got live
Let's-
update,
what
Fano.
was
The
it?
Reddit update.
Finally.
I'm still looking for that passage.
No, you don't start the video saying you're still looking, okay? There's a minute 50 of looking.
Just out in the woods, you're still looking for it the next day.
Okay.
Actually, from Isaiah, from
He's underlined pretty much every fucking line.
Yeah. When you
Me
highlight...
highlighting for uni?
Yeah, when you... That was me too, but like that's hindsight me. Like when you fucking highlight everything, you may as well highlight nothing at all. Like you've wasted your time.
Literally, you've just made your thing look uglier.
Piers Morgan. Wait for it. Wait for it. Look, it was Mark.
You're telling me he reckoned he had that there the whole
Hold
time?
up. That arrow is not pointing where it should be.
No, it's not.
Maybe that's part of the problem in the first place.
Unless, I mean, okay, no, I will give him one devil's avocado, right? If we think about the orientation of the paper being the whole page, technically it is down in the bottom left corner.
Okay.
That's the devil's avocado he gets, and that's it.
All along. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Ah, something new is happening.
It sounds like Luxon. See, I'm doing a new thing. Forget everything else.
You see nothing.
You see nothing.
These are not the droids you were looking for.
Okay, well, I'm glad he found it.
It was...
Stop it.
That one's only 20 seconds of him buffering. Holy shit, that's funny.
Alright, we can go back to some of these extra takes now if we want to.
Oh, we're not going to the smoking on a bus?
I mean, if we want to do the smoking fetty on a bus.
I'm trying to think if that'll get us in trouble.
I don't know.
Surely not. I
thought it
know,
was funny, the
weirdly
guy's
enough, is it weed or a cigarette?
It's fentanyl.
Oh, is that what? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
come on. Smoking fentanyl on the bus. Come on, dude.
Just puts it straight in the pocket.
You know what? I know, but
You can't. What?
Okay, cool.
No.
You shouldn't do that.
Not that I'm gonna do the same. Can't find phone.
You were smoking that though.
You were smoking it.
Okay.
Because you can't video call.
Dude, there's little kids on the bus and they're
Yes,
smoking
I know that.
fentanyl.
You were smoking, motherfucker. I'm not even smoking, dog.
You just were. Everyone just saw you smoking fentanyl.
What the? Now I'm just curious. So is it kind of like? Oh,
I
is
don't
it
know
kind of
how
like
it
doing
works.
spots?
I
It
don't
looks
know,
like he's kind of
maybe.
he's doing it like how you do like little oil spots. You know, you get your little tube and your tin foil and your. I'm sure
Anyway,
people
leaves
know
the
what I'm
bus.
talking about.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Doing that brazenly and then trying to be like, you can't film me.
Yeah. Anyway, it hit a bit
We're-
close to home because I was at a restaurant the other day where I would again this goes in the headphone things, I guess. I had my headphones in, I was waiting for the order, and then there was a loud bang that I just didn't really acknowledge. I didn't give a shit, but then I saw everyone looking at the front of the store and there was like a fight going on. I was like, oh shit. I was like, I'm not gonna get involved because it's two people fighting or whatever. But then clearly it was one like aggressive guy against another like person who had nothing to do with it. After I taken a couple seconds to process, I was gonna intervene until he finally fucking it was like a couple of seconds. He was like sitting there holding him, and then he finally let him go. I think once he realized the whole store was like looking at him against him, and then the guy stood up in the corner and he started going, "All right, you want to talk about it? We should go outside and talk. We should go outside." I was like, Jesus Christ, 180 from like you're attacking this man out of nowhere to just like we should go outside and talk about it. Anyway, he bolted. Because he wasn't sticking around, I don't think, for the fucking police to come and arrest him.
Of course.
But just very much reminded me of that situation. I was like, damn.
Where did you want me to jump back into?
Oh, let's just start with the first one, should we? Because it's actually related to a
Alright.
story we had earlier.
Yeah.
This one I saw on the the tanky subreddit, which I just...
Of course, you're in the tanky subreddit.
Well, I'm there. Well, we
Oh yeah, right.
we saw this already, that Germany's reality, but they were saying Russia should demilitarize and denazify Europe ASAP.
Yeah.
Not gonna say that's a great idea.
I was gonna say I don't feel like we should give Russia the job to do that.
Like, there's a big Nazi fascist problem growing in Europe. We don't deny. You got Le Pen and all that shit, and the Azimov battalion. But Russia has a worse fucking Nazi problem. Like, they got the Rushik group, I think, something like that.
Right.
Which was like a very pro neo-Nazi sort of group. Putin's famous for purging leftist opposition and all this shit. Anyway, I like visiting the subreddit because it rage baits me all the time. It's just nice seeing the dumb left a lot of the time.
Peter Thiel is probably jacking it to his favorite painter right now. Nah, that's fair. This is where you do your fitness.
It is where I do my fitness, but they have a lot of good memes, so that's why I do stay there, because a lot of memes I do get from there, but like a lot of time it's also this shit, which I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? You want Putin to be the savior of fucking Nazism?
Yeah,
no.
like, let's be real. Obviously, there's been a lot of propaganda against these countries, but still, they have bad shit. Let's not go propping them up on pedestals and nothing.
The only king is Stalin. Oh, yeah, did you see this one? So someone had, like, there's been a lot of discussion going around about how racist Japan is. So this is...
To be fair, I have seen some videos from some black men who live in Japan talking about some of their just experiences in restaurants and just... Oh my god.
It seems like it's finally coming to light,
Predator, like, it's the same energy that they have with the whole, issues of groping in public and on trains, and like the fact they have to have women only train carts.
Yeah.
Like, it's all the same mechanism, just in different places. Oh.
Yeah.
All right, let's listen to the brother.
There's been a viral tweet going around the past couple days on Twitter, and it's of a Japanese person talking about black people. And I just wanted to read you a couple of the tweets from that thread. So the original tweet starts off like this. The number of encounters with black people in my neighborhood is steadily increasing. Their skeletal structure and the way their muscles are built are on a completely different level from Japanese people. I'm slim, so if I got pinned down, it'd be over in seconds. I never imagined that violence from a foreigner would climb the ranks in my predictions for my own cause of death. I couldn't have pictured that even a few years ago. Things change when you least expect them to, huh? And one of the people that were...
You're muted. You're muted.
Just saying that I just needed like 3 seconds to process everything that I just heard.
Yeah.
What in the dear God?
I don't know. This guy's like, I swear, we'll hear more, but I swear he's fucking like thirsting over black people, like almost.
I mean, to
the
be
way
fair,
he describes them.
I think that is definitely like a part of it.
It might be a part of it.
I've heard some really like predatory stories about like older Japanese women just absolutely going up and touching these men, you know, without asking at all, like groping on their body and just didn't learn, you know, boundaries.
No.
Apply to that. I get it. Even in my neighborhood and on the train, the number of black people has definitely increased. And above all, their builds are just so different. The moment I see them, I think, no matter how you slice it, Japanese people can't compete with that.
Hell no.
Even the
It sounds like she's trying to like talk herself out of being attracted to black men and feeling guilty that she's not as attracted to other Asian men.
I mean, it's the most complimentary racism I've ever heard. Like,
It's some benevolent racism,
yeah,
absolutely.
It very much is.
Women, despite having similar heights, have this thickness and weight class vibe from another world entirely. When I imagine getting punched by one and thinking I might die from a
So now she's bringing her fetishes into this? What the fuck?
single blow, it fills me with this unbearable fear. Another response. The black folks who come to my shop are always grinning, cheerful types. They hang out at the nearby family restaurant, but they're still scary.
These people are so nice. They're so nice, and they'll show nothing but respect, and they frighten me.
Favorite comments from that thread was something along the lines of like, these niggas talking about us like we're Viltrumites. That is wild.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That is absolutely wild. What are you?
Yeah, I can't say I'm surprised, but fuck. To write those words and actually like put them on the internet associated with your face is just
yeah.
But again, a lot of issues in terms of those. I think it's because again, it's like they've kept everything to monoculture, and so it's kind of like how the Catholic school back at Aotearoa had the highest fucking pregnancy rate. You don't give them sex education. You don't give them contraceptives. What are they going to do?
From my experience, a lot of it goes into their failure to address the past. No, sort of, I can't think of the word I'm looking for. But you know, post World War II sort of acknowledgement of the wrongs they had done as a society. It's not even something they really talk about really too much.
Yeah,
like,
kind of just swept it under the rug and let's keep that a family secret.
Not even sweeping under the rug. They make excuses. So my entire time, when I went to Japan, I went to the Imperial War Museum, which is a very right-wing apologist museum. Very good in terms of a lot of its history and the displays it has. But I noticed when I was going around how carefully it was structured, going through the Meiji Restoration, which is a whole period bringing back the emperor essentially back into rule, using him as a symbol, the birth of Shintoism as a state religion, which was a very important thing. And they sort of structured the exhibits going from a war exhibit to a Meiji Restoration exhibit, war exhibit, Meiji Restoration. So they were sort of spoon feeding you through this very guided narrative. And if you don't know much about the Japanese emperor in Shinto, essentially there's this whole thing where he is obligated through the religion to immortalize veterans of the state, essentially. So that's an obligation that the emperor has to once someone serves their country and dies, he is obligated as his role within this religion to actually acknowledge them and the sacrifice they've made for their country. And that's used until you get to the last exhibit, which was a whole sort of war memorial thing around all their dead generals and stuff like that who did horrible war crimes, essentially. And I believe there are protests every year of them wanting to remove these memorializations of immortalizations of these dead horrible war criminals. But the current emperor, and probably I assume the future one, will always use the excuse, well, I am obligated to immortalize these people regardless of what they've done. That is my job as the head of state in this religion, essentially, that I must do that. So it's a very crafted narrative for them to just make excuses as to why they don't address these things. Partly it's very ingrained in their culture. Another thing is the way they treat and view Korean people. There's a right-wing sort of I guess neo-fascist party now that's has horrible views of Koreans, think they're, subhuman, essentially. But basically the way the Third Reich would look at Jewish people, it's pretty much, that's still very much a big underbelly in their society that they've just never rooted out and never come to terms with. So this is all partially a result of that, which again went to capitalism. They were a engine that the US could use to help fuel their sort of empire, global empire. That's why originally you had all these Japanese goods. Everything was made in Japan back in the 80s and stuff, before it came China, and now China's not going to do it, so it's probably going to be Vietnam next and whatever. But the cycle goes on.
Yeah, I mean, they have a very complicated history and past, and I know that obviously there's a lot of infighting between a lot of
and that's
these.
why it's always a healthy thing to just looking at the past and criticizing what you and your ancestors done is not necessarily sins of the father on towards you. Like, you don't necessarily as an individual need to pay reparations towards this thing, but you need to at least address them and acknowledge them and be like, hey, how can we change this, and are we still doing this, for example. Anyway, let's move on from that.
No, yeah, I mean, I totally agree. To be fair, there's a saying in Māori as well, is ka mua ka muri, which is like walking backwards into the future, which is, letting the past inform and guide some of that future, but, obviously learning and moving forward.
Yeah, it's all learning, exactly. And you can see the result if you don't learn. It just stays festering within your society if you don't address these things.
Sure does.
Oh yeah, I thought that you might like this one. Just watch the first bit. I couldn't find the original video, so
trying to figure out where the sound is on this one.
Uh-oh.
There's usually a little speaker. Where is it?
Control minus. You might be too zoomed in.
Yeah, maybe. No.
Huh.
Oh, there it is. Why does it disappear when you're...
I don't know.
That's strange. What a terrible UI.
Your opinion on anime isn't valid till you've cleared 500 series.
Okay. Well, that sounds like some anime elitist bullshit, but let's go ahead and hear what he has to say.
When you
No, it wasn't. It keeps going.
cleared 500, when you've seen the breadth and the depth, then you can start to have a valid opinion.
Or, here's another idea that's going to be very controversial. You could shut the fuck up.
Yeah, gonna go ahead and stop you right there and spare the rest of you from hearing the part.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't find the original video, so that's pretty much it. But this guy, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I kind of with the guy in the red. I'm like,
Okay.
When I was younger, right, I fell into the very common pattern that I think a lot of, especially autistic people, fall into, of feeling like you need a certain level of commitment and like investment and knowledge in a thing. You see it in like, you know, the same way back in the day, it'd be like, oh, you're wearing a AC/DC shirt, name 3 songs, or you're wearing this, name blah blah blah. It's like, you know, when I was a teenager, it was My Chemical Romance for me. I was like, you know, you can't talk to me about My Chemical Romance unless you know this much about them.
Yeah.
It's just dumb. I think it's just things people do to make themselves feel like it makes themselves feel better. It makes themselves feel like they, you know, come from a more position of authority and have a wider, broader view over things. But they just let people fucking enjoy what they enjoy, man.
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
I need to commit to 500 fucking animes before I decide, yeah, this is shit, not for me. I hate this.
To be fair, I've probably watched like a good few hundred animes. But
Definitely
like
not 500.
Yeah, 500. I feel like at that point, I think there's probably more issues than people not having watched enough anime.
You know how
I
much of
feel
my
like.
life I wasted watching Naruto?
Right?
Ugh.
Or
What a-
people who, yeah, I mean, I haven't even committed to any of those crazy big ones, like
Yeah.
whether it be things like Dragon Ball or One Piece, or I'm trying to think of the really long ones. I don't know. I didn't commit to that shit.
Even the
Fuck
abridged
that.
ones, like there's like fan edits where they sort of.
Oh, I
abridge a
love
lot of
me
them.
some abridged Team 4-Star.
No,
They
I
are
don't even
really-
mean those. I mean, like, literally, there's some people who've gone through and, like, gotten rid of, like, some of the useless episodes and cut some of them together and trim them
Right.
down so it's not so much back and forth. He's over 9,000. You know, that kind of shit. Where it's like, oh my god, how much time did we just spend on a man going, ah? It's like... It's like, all I need to see is that to go, okay, a lot of this is crap. Like most media, a lot of it is absolute shit.
Yeah, also some
Which-
things are just not made for you. Like, if you like, so like, you know, Taylor Swift is not for me. Taylor Swift
Yep.
is for the girlies.
Yep.
And they can do as much Taylor Swift as they want.
Well, this is because this is how I treat like most media. Because unless I'm really enthusiastic, something like I'm a big fanboy, like Game of Thrones shit or something like that, or you know,
Really?
Better
I didn't
Call
know that.
Saul. Oh, didn't you? Don't get me started. I'll watch those things because I enjoy the fan community and the engagement and all that stuff. But apart from those few things that I am very, very passionate about, like I usually just wait because I let the good shit rise to the top after long enough. There's going to be the things people remember, and they're like, "Hey, this is good. Go back and watch this." And I'm like, "All right, I'll finally go back and watch Mad Men or whatever the hell it is that you know." Is,
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. Like, I mean, I've watched plenty of animes that people probably think is shit. I mean, I'm a big fan of fucking Black Butler. Like, don't get me wrong. I know how problematic that anime is, and I still fucking love it.
Oh yeah, old men love Pink Floyd. They love to
See, again, I think though all of this has an underlying theme of like very neurodivergent intensity.
If you haven't listened to the early Sid Barrett albums, then you're not really a Pink Floyd fan. I've heard that shit.
I'm like, who the fuck said what?
Yeah, he's the one that went
Exactly.
crazy.
There was one that I literally know
So
nothing
you know,
about
"Wish
Pink
You Were
Floyd.
Here," that song. How I wish you were here. We're just
No.
too love. No, you don't know that one. Anyway, that's about him.
Sorry if I'm outing myself as a noob
I
on
didn't
Pink
think you
Floyd.
would be a
I
Pink
didn't
Floyd
grow up in
fan.
a Pink Floyd household. My mom liked Duran Duran and
Hey, that's a banger.
Depeche Mode.
All right.
So
Nice. No, nothing wrong
and
with
even-
Duran Duran.
I mean, Duran Duran are great. Like, don't get me wrong.
They made a good James Bond song.
They did?
Yeah. A View to a Kill.
Didn't know that. Today I learned. All right, where we going?
Let's go the Karen that loves firing employees.
Oh, that sounds like a lovely woman. I'm sure we're all gonna like her. Oh God, look at her.
Yeah, she looks like the type, right?
I don't mean to judge a book by its cover, but that cover is very white.
The cover's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I love firing people on Friday. I would stop by.
On a Friday.
Friday.
On a Friday, Pat. Are you kidding me? Girl, you're why we need a Friday show.
It's my favorite
Someone's desk on a Wednesday and say, hey, would you have any time sometime on Friday?
What characteristic would I have to demonstrate working for you that would make you fire me quickest?
Fire you?
Yeah.
Attitude. Absolutely. What happens is, as careful as I was to hire, and I control the hiring for probably the first 10 years of my business until we got to 500 people, and when past that, I couldn't do it anymore. I did some, but not a lot. What I would love to do is call someone to my office on Friday. I love firing people on Friday. I would stop by someone's desk on a Wednesday and say, hey, would you have any time sometime on Friday? They should have heard about the rumors. Yes. What time's good for you, 2? See you at 2. I couldn't wait till they came in to fire them. You know why? Because I picked out individuals who were negative, and my attitude toward the negative person was...
the problem person.
They were ruining my good kids. Because people who are negative have to have somebody else to be negative with them. They got to talk to somebody, complain. Okay, I'm not talking about people who tell you what you're doing wrong. They're invaluable so that you can get better. I'm talking about chronic complainers and negative people. You got to get rid of them. So I learned very early.
You're muted.
Is it bad that like she does actually kind of have some part of a point in there?
Well, I mean, from a top-down totalitarian perspective.
No,
of
I mean
course.
in the what she's describing is the way people are acting. I'm not talking about the firing on a Friday. She's an absolute.
No, I mean, yeah.
That.
Well, that's a negative sort of worker unionization type attitude. It's like, hey, you're trying to get these people disgruntled. Like when she says negative, that's what she's talking about.
I have worked with people though who have been like so negative that like they literally would die if they didn't have something to complain about.
Yeah, but she doesn't actually mean negative from the actual point of view. By negative, she means
I'm
negative person.
I'm autistically going based off the word she said.
means a negative personality. Like you're a troublemaker. Yeah. You're someone who's going to start to unionize or talk about better wages or something. That's what she actually means when she talks about, negative people. It's like a negative person within the Church of Scientology. That's someone who just goes against the church, basically. You're a negative person.
To be fair, she looks like a Cruella de Vil who goes to the Scientology church.
It probably fucking is. That's why she's using that language. I wouldn't doubt.
But yeah,
well, you have to be rich to be in Scientology, basically.
I mean, yeah, pretty
much. That's how you climb the system. You
pay
have
to play.
It's pay to play.
Pay to get taken advantage of.
Yeah, and you feel good because you're going up, so that makes you think the church works and makes you happier because you feel good because you're going up the ranks, but you're just wasting money.
Oh, not the suppressive. That's it. That's exactly what she's describing. A suppressive personality.
Yeah.
There we go. Now I understand. Man, Scientology is a weird cult.
Yeah. I don't want to finish listening to what she has to say.
That's fine. We don't have to listen to this.
Fuck
You
her.
put her in there, okay?
Yeah,
I'm
well,
just
I
I
didn't make it that far, so,
And you're like, I regret my choices.
Yeah, I didn't know she was going to go on this long. Who the fuck interviewed her? Oh, this one I was so like, I guess you have to unmute it.
Yeah, I'm going to.
But this is another sort of battle of the left,
Last year,
especially some of the more like, tanky authoritarian communist circles. The people who see like social democrats, they call them fascist democrats, stuff like that. Essentially, like Mamdani, that for example, they call him a fascist because that's an old tanky thing essentially, and it goes back to a Stalin quote where anyone who I can't remember the quote, but basically he said anyone who's like a social democrat is a fascist essentially. So now they call them like fascist democrats. Yeah, fascist democrats. But they're going
what's wrong with this world.
Yeah, they're basically going shitting on no kings. So yeah.
Okay. Wait, where am I? There I am.
First No Kings happened, I said it was some horse shit and it was fishy. And I got torn to fucking shreds because I pointed out Christina Walton, daughter of the Walmart fortune, is paying for all of the advertising for it. You have to give all of your personal information, first name, last name, email, phone number, address, that it's a specific duration of time sanctioned by police. Torn to shreds. And everyone was like, well, it's a good opportunity to introduce people to leftism. You think that liberals are interested in leftism? Like, you're out of your fucking mind. Look at how they talk. They're like, I'm sick of leftist infighting. You're not even on our side. Look, if you say the words, leftism begins at anti-capitalism, they start shitting themselves in your comment. Last year and this year, it was treated as who can make the most Reddit sign, the most Reddit-friendly front page sign competition. It was that, but tenfold worse this time, because now you had people cosplaying
I love that.
at a protest. The Portland
That's my
Gate
favorite
incident, you know, at the ICE detention facility, that's where it was, yeah? Now you have to get a new door. And people love to say, but you're not doing anything, so you can't say anything because they're trying. No, they're not. Second of all,
True.
I don't have rocks up here. Like,
but
it
you're not
doesn't
doing
rattle when
anything.
I shake my head. I have a
Right? She's just complaining on TikTok about it.
Oh, apparently she doesn't, according to something she says soon.
brain. I don't post shit on TikTok and Instagram. That's like rule number one. I don't even trust Signal. There's got to be an...
Like, I checked.
She said she doesn't post on TikTok.
I know.
Right?
Yes, she said that.
What?
But I looked and she's literally on TikTok. It's
I
like
know.
her...
That's why my brain's hurting.
I know. But apparently she
I'm
doesn't
like-
have rocks up here, so I don't know what the fuck is going on. She's got less than rocks, just hot air, maybe.
I feel like I'm getting dumber listening to her.
I don't know. I was almost like, is she a troll? But no, because everyone in her comments is fully on board. So I was like, okay, so this can't be a troll.
I'm on the right side of TikTok because I've never seen her.
Israeli backdoor and that shit, dude. Something else I brought
no,
up
there
was
isn't.
this is fishy for AI reasons. Walmart's AI, look into it if you must. This has to be a data farming method. They have to be putting you into a fucking category
probably.
if you're signing up for this
That's
shit.
all
dude.
AI,
You guys
though.
get so
That's not unique
Yeah.
to Walmart. But yeah, what she was saying about Signal, like, I don't care if you got a bad feeling that Signal might have an open backdoor. It's an open source program. You can go check the source code if you're so fucking suspicious, but I guarantee you if there was a backdoor, someone in the fucking open source community would be fucking saying it.
Oh, yeah.
That happens
Oh, yeah.
all the time. In fact, that's happened with some application where people are like, hey, this has got a fucking dodgy code or a backdoor. That's how the whole open source community basically runs, is with this basically open audit system where anyone can read and there are crazy motherfuckers who do that. Like, very private. There are a lot of people in the open source community who are very privacy, dare I say, paranoid. It's fucking, I can't remember the guy's name. Mental Outlaw. Guys, you know, he's like anti-proton and stuff like that. But I think even he uses Signal. And even then, you have alternatives. There's a more hardcore one called Session. You can go use that. There are plenty of alternatives. So I don't use Session because that's a bit too hardcore for me. There's a balance between privacy and security and convenience type of thing. But yeah, I don't know. She's I don't know what the fuck she's smoking. But yeah, and her whole thing against like No King, like, so what? Like, firstly, they were saying like you have to sign up to go No Kings. Like, I don't think that, like, this is 8 or 9 million people, like, that no one's stopping you from just going and joining.
out.
Yeah, exactly. No one can go like, oh, you can't join this march, you haven't signed up.
In fact, I'm sure there's probably more people there than signed up because most people don't click attending on stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't do it. Like, yeah, no shit, there's got to be some people there trying to get you information, getting you to sign up for shit. Just don't do it.
Well, I feel like she's just also just finding the worst takes to have to try to poke holes at it.
Yeah.
I feel like there probably could be a lot better arguments to be made with better aspects, but this just feels like she wants to be whiny and have, because again, there is a lot of infighting in any community.
Yeah.
To say that leftists don't infight is to say that right wingers don't infight.
we
That's
infight
just the nature
more.
of human. I agree.
Yeah.
As someone who literally just, like, I had to take over a role in the Greens where a lot of the issues we were having was lefties fighting over what's lefty enough.
Yep. There was someone on the NZ Politics today asking about who would want to start a Maoist party. And everyone's just like, well, you're going to have a hard time just starting that up. Like, join another group and try and drive change that way, essentially. I think, like, like entryism or whatever. Like, some people did that at the No Kings rally. There was the PSL and the DSA that went and showed up to protest their own message. Rather than just, just joining the No Kings rally. They went there and they protested their own shit and represented themselves. It's like, go do that. Like, we're all in the same boat. Fuck this fucking blob that's running this fucking superpower and throwing people in jail for no reason. And like, can't you just agree that's bad? I mean, you can't because you're like Stalin and Mao and shit. So probably not, but weird cognitive dissonance there, unfortunately. But
also, again, I just feel like it's one of those things of like, rather than being like, oh, we have to wholly identify as this one label together. It's like, can we just please do a pick and mix bag of stuff? Because everyone has their strength and like where they're good at things, Yeah. Because I was like, what the fuck is Maoism? Oh, okay, variety of Marxism, Leninism. I could probably agree with some of that. Probably could easily, but
but I don't agree with like the Great Leap Forward where 45 million people died. That was pretty bad.
Oh yeah, see, I don't know about that. I'm just like, exactly.
That was the one where
there's going to be drawbacks.
Because the whole point was to try and modernize, and Mao just didn't care how many people died in the process. So we can skip the next one.
Mao. Sorry, that's all I could think every time. Just Mao.
We got two very quick ones at the end here we can do. If we want.
Where's the end? Oh yeah,
just
here we
down
go.
Here.
I see.
This one just made me laugh as a Sopranos fan.
Oh god.
Someone posted this on the New Zealand subreddit, and everyone was like, "Why did you post this?" But I instantly knew why. Because he looks fucking like Chris Luxon. Yeah.
Like, why is Christopher Luxon in
the shitty Sopranos tattoo?
Is the real question. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god, that's so funny. And I was just double checking I didn't have anything sitting in there. No. What's this one? Another Reddit?
Yeah.
More Reddit.
This is Trump jumping the gun on his defense.
He also wrote this: I'm no longer willing to permit a pedophile, rapist, and traitor to coat my hands with his crimes. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I was waiting for you to read that because I knew you would, because you're horrible people. Horrible people. Yeah, he did write that. I'm not a rapist. I didn't rape anybody. I'm not a pedophile.
Do you think he was referring to you?
Excuse me. You read that crap from some sick person. I got associated with all stuff that has nothing to do with me. I was totally exonerated.
Almost like what she was talking about had nothing to do with
Exactly. It's like, oh, this wasn't necessarily you implicated. Thou doth protest too much, I think.
It just... I mean, bro, you're the one that's saying the shoe fits because you thought you were wearing it.
Yeah.
Like, defender. Hardcore defender. Also, I realized I didn't actually fucking find us a song, so let's find something else to quickly.
Well, we can just end with this quick feel good thing if we want. We could go out on a story.
Why not?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do that. So this was a little therapy horse thing, and I thought, we skipped it because we didn't have time, but we may as well do it because we've gone way over time anyway. Thank you to those who have stuck around tonight. We actually see a big number of you have. We much appreciate it. Despite my inability to speak English or any other language. I'm sure I'll be better next week. I'm going to practice reading some books.
Yeah, we actually had quite a few. We went to quite a few different countries with our words, didn't we?
But thanks everyone for sticking around. I'll pop over to BHN and join what's left of that live stream there. I don't know how long that's going to go on, but we're just going to go out with this little story for anyone who wants something to pick them up on the way out.
Also, I want you guys to wish me good luck. I have to go get my contraceptive changed, which means they have to cut open my arm and pull out stuff and then put something else in and thing me back up, and I'm scared.
Yeah, I'll just play it on my
send me good luck, guys.
All right. Thank you very much. We love you.
A hospital in Hawke's Bay is trotting out an unconventional new care worker, miniature pony named Moxie. The trained therapy animal is helping to make stays in the ward a little more bearable. Henry McMullen went for a visit.
There's a new therapist strutting his stuff around Hawke's Bay Hospital.
Moxie is 18 years old and he's
Little
well travelled.
Sebastian.
Providing patients a well-needed dose of fun.
Mummy just kissed me.
Oh.
Moxie, the well-being pony, might be small in stature, but he's got a big heart.
Lots of love in these wards.
The visits aren't just horsing around. Moxie is a trained therapy animal dedicated to easing human suffering.
It's just so therapeutic.
I wish this could be my job and that I could just go around and make people feel good and they pet me. That would be the best job.
He loves it.
Oh, I thought you wanted to own the horse.
No, me being the horse. I want to be the
Be the
horse. Yes.
Stay on there.
I think there's a TLC show you could probably go on.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, maybe an OnlyFans would do the same thing. I don't know.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
When you take a pony into a space that can be clinical, an environment that's got high anxiety, it can lower cortisol. And it regulates our heartbeats and brings us back down to a level of presence.
Blown away by people's response to Moxie.
I left here and I underestimated the power that it had and the reprieve and the solace and the peace it would bring people. And the joy that it brought to people was amazing. So I'm quite emotional talking about it because as I said, I underestimated the power of the pony, of Moxie, the wellbeing pony.
Helping patients through tough, long stays.
It's so much nicer. Before it was kind of boring and it was feeling a little bit sick, but now it's just so cute.
Yeah. Also helping Elizabeth overcome her fear of needles.
Oh, this is amazing. I couldn't believe it when I heard a pony in the hospital, but look at that. Makes it so much easier for the kids.
It has completely changed his idea on hospital. I think that he thinks that this is a really cool and exciting place, which means that, if we have to come here for future care, it's not so scary for them.
Hospital staff noticing positive changes too.
And even just
I was like this kid. I used to blink like this all the time.
It's not so scary for them.
Hospital staff noticing positive changes too.
And even just today, one of the nurses was saying that she saw some colour come back into the face of one of her patients. So it's instant, it's there, and it happens every single time, and there's not been a child on the ward that hasn't wanted to participate.
The hard part, having to say goodbye. Henry McMullen, One News.
You know what?
Moxie.
I've decided we can go out on an actual song. I've got it. Here it is.
Oh, cool. I was gonna say, don't fucking make me have to. Oh my god.
Yes. It's a classic.
That's cool.
I play Pokemon Go.